darlings. My name is Katie of Rose Bloom Readings. Thank you so much for being here with me today, my loves. I'm sorry if my throat's a little fucked up. I woke up and it was being weird. Anyway, my loves, hello, hi. Today's reading, my darlings, is going to be looking into what wishes of yours are coming true in the next 3 weeks. I have a feeling that really exciting things are coming to you, my darlings. My wrist is already cracking, so that's probably a really good sign. I would say good luck charm, you know? But I feel like there's a lot of momentum right now at the time that I'm filming this, my loves, which is the second week of Aries season, I want to say, maybe just before April. And I don't know. I got a good feeling about April, my babies. I got a good feeling about April. And I wanted to I just have a really good feeling. And of course, this is a timeless reading, my darling, so it's not specific to, when I post this, you have to watch it or you won't miss an opportunity or anything. Whenever you find it, my darlings, as with any of the messages that are meant for you, whenever you find it is when you're meant to find it, my darlings. But it feels like there's a lot of really exciting energy bubbling up today. So as always, my loves, we have 4 piles. Someday it might be different. Today it is not. I will have the timestamps down below in the description. If you need some clarity, take a long breath in through your nose, hold it for 4 seconds, and let it out slowly through your mouth. Whatever pile you feel drawn to is what is meant for you, my loves. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, it is most likely because you have messages that are meant for you. In each of those piles, take the messages that resonate with you and leave behind what doesn't for those who are meant to receive them. We have pile number 1, maintain your childlike spirit. Pile number 2, be true to your heart. Pile number 3, keep your dreams alive. And pile number 4, be your best self always. All right, my loves, feel free to pause the video if you need more time. If you are ready, then I will also be ready and we will get started. Hello, my beautiful darling group number 1. If you picked maintain your childlike spirit. Oh, we're starting off strong. In my defense, I can't talk on most days, but in my defense, we are about to head into Mercury retrograde, and I am a very Mercury dominant person, so she's coming on strong. Off the bat, my loves, when I was getting ready to do your reading, we have assurance as well. When I was getting ready to do your reading, I heard a friend reconnection. So somebody, it feels for a lot of you like somebody who was very close to you in your formative years. So that could be young school age, that could have been, college or university. And it feels like it was just a very unconscious, but kind of natural waiting apart. You both, just kind of went in different directions in your lives. And you miss them a lot, you think about them a lot. It feels like there's kind of just like little passing glimpses, like you guys might have each other on social media and maybe, you like their photos now and then, or comment something and they like it. And it's just there's a lot that, excuse my stomach for grumbling. There's a lot that existed in that connection that you really miss. And I do feel as though you're going to be reconnecting with that person in the next 3 weeks, my darlings. We have the 4 of Wands. That's very exciting. That's really sweet. And we have the Tower. Okay, beautiful. So the Tower, along with assurance, really assures me. You're here for the comedy, I know. That you are in a really stable, good place finally. It feels as though things financially have settled, your living situation has settled, your work situation has settled. You're in a really solid place. Everything that you stand on is sure footing. There's no kind of, anxiety or doubt about where you are or how you can continue, because everything's steady. You've done all the work that you have to do to ensure that you're in a good, solid place. And it feels like because of that, you now get to focus on like, okay, well, what can I work on or what can I improve on? And it does feel as though this person pops into your head a lot, my darlings. And now that things have kind of settled, because it feels like that was part of the cause, excuse me, of your initial drifting apart, was like, well, we're just, we're too busy. We have school, we have work, we have lives. One of you could have, gotten into a serious relationship, gotten married, started a family, bought a house, etc., etc. Things that just take a lot of time and attention and effort. And sometimes other things kind of fall to the wayside because of it. So now it feels like because you both are at a more stable place. Okay, somebody could have moved away as well. You get to refocus on that connection. And it just feels like you two have so much fun when you're together. And both of you are really missing that, because that's something that's really, really, really excuse me, my loves, my throat is doing some wild things, is really important, especially in adulthood. It's really important for us to have the people around us that allow us to not only remember to have fun, but allow us to have fun. People who we enjoy being with, people who, we can be our true selves with. It's not always so serious. It's not always so, adult oriented, like people who just make you laugh and make you feel joy. And it feels like that connection that you have with this specific person, you've never really been able to have with another friend. Not to say like all the people around you are sticklers and boring and lame, but the fact that like it's just not on the same level as with this person. Like it feels like this was both of your energies together. Like you guys just really brought out the best, most authentic joy in each other, and you miss that. And so I feel like, that you could also be taking a, yeah, you miss them a lot, my babies. You could also be taking a vacation. You could have some time off from work. You could even be on like sick leave for a few days in the next couple weeks, my darlings. Just something that gives you kind of a moment to pause and to reflect and to, it feels like you're going to be going through a lot of heart chakra opening in the next few weeks, my darlings, and have been as well. And this person is an important part of that. And the nice thing is that this connection isn't lost, my love. This connection isn't something that, can just be blown away. And I feel like that's very telling in the fact that at no point ever did either of you completely leave the other's lives. There's always been little fractal bits of one another in each other's lives, because you two are so important to each other. It feels like you spent a lot of really formative years together. 11, 1s, 11s, and 11 are going to be big signs for you, my darlings, especially the time 11. But yeah, you spent a lot of transformative years together. You guys really, really, for what it's worth, really grew up together. In whatever phase you grew up together, be that, from young children or from teenagers or young adults, etc., etc. And this person knows a lot about you in a really, really, really personal way, in a way that, people can know because you can share it with them, but it's like, well, you weren't there. You didn't see, me transforming into a version of myself that would lead to the version of myself that I am today. And you're really happy with the version of yourself that you are today, my loves. And that's wonderful, because the version of yourself that you are today is absolutely fucking magnificent. So it does feel like I hear spirit saying over and over, just reach out, like just reach out to them. You're a very, very heart-centered person, my darlings. You could be Taurus, you could be Libra, you could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you could be getting a lot. You could be Virgo, you could be Gemini, Capricorn. Not getting a lot of water from this group, despite how I'm staring at the water here. Yeah, not getting a lot of water. At least not dominantly. So just, send them, not just any, message. I feel like you're being called to really kind of put your feelings out there. And there's something very touching, but also reassuring to miss somebody, but to have somebody who you miss reach out to you and say, I really miss you, and these are the reasons. And it's not, it's not really based on like a need for apology, because it feels like you both are really in a place of understanding, like, yeah, life happens, and, adulthood happens, and responsibility happens, and time is a social construct, but it certainly is there. And so, you know, sometimes it can feel like we don't have as much of it as we need. In fact, most times, in fact, all times, I get that fully, my babies. But this person really needs to hear that the way that they've been missing you, you've also been feeling. And I know that that's daunting, and it's very easy to be like, well, why don't they reach out? And I mean, yeah, but like, do you want to be stuck in that cycle of kind of stubbornness and like, well, no, why don't they reach out? Which is why I feel like I'm getting quite a bit of Taurus from you, my loves. Why don't they reach out? Why don't they say it first? What, and like, yeah, sure, but if you miss them, isn't it worth more for you to say it instead of waiting for them and them waiting for you, and then nobody reconnects, and then life continues, and then you're 97 years old being like, God, I really wished I had just sent that message. You don't want to be in that phase, my babies. We have exposed and revealed. Yeah, you're going to be in a place of vulnerability, my loves, and that is okay. We have birds of a feather and spirit of gratitude. Yep. So birds of a feather, you guys you're each other's people, my babies. You're each other's people. And it feels like a lot of you were part of like a slightly bigger friend group, but the two of you were like, you were the best friends. There's that dynamic a lot in even in friend groups, where it's like the two people who are just inseparable. Like, maybe they're best friends with the rest of you as well, but these two people have something that you can't have otherwise, and that's what you two feel like. Could have been in a friend group of 4 as well, my darlings. And spirit of gratitude, it feels like that's really what you've been focusing on in the last little while, is how much you appreciate what you have with this person. Not had, my darlings. We're not going past tense, because it still exists. It's always going to exist. Excuse me, my loves. It's too important, it's too crucial, it's too impactful to be a past tense kind of thing. So you're grateful for them, and I feel like that's really what you're being called to share, is how grateful you are, and the fact that you miss them, and you want them back in your lives, and you can make it happen, my loves. If you make the conscious effort to make time for people with their full understanding that, yeah, we're both adults, we both have lives, we won't get to talk as much or in the same way as we did when we were in school. We won't get to spend, hours and hours and hours talking to each other until 2 in the morning. And in some ways that sucks, because that's a really, 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 really wonderful time period. But it's really exciting to be able to carry on with your life alongside this person, and all the new exciting things that you are experiencing together in your lives, and to have that connection with you is a really special thing, my loves. Okay, I want to pull, what do I want to pull? I want to pull the Mermaid Tarot, and then I want to pull the Moonology, and then we're going to get some charms and some letters. But it feels really exciting. It feels like it's like instantaneous too. Like, you send this message to this person, and then I'm like 3-4 hours they're replying, and they're so excited. And I feel like that very same day you guys have, it's like, can I call you? And you're like, yes. And yeah, it's about that collaboration, baby. And then you guys have a really, really, really long, really nice conversation where you catch up. And it's one of those beautiful phone calls where when you finish the phone call, you can't stop smiling, and you feel so much lighter, and you feel so from the heart, authentically, that was great. That was amazing. I can't wait to do that again. And that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm hearing spirit say you pick up where you left off, kind of a thing. It's like the time in between is understood as time that was meant to happen. It's not, you're not holding a grudge against it. They're not holding a grudge against it. It happened. It's what happened, basically. And you get to pick up from where you left off. And there's a lot to fill each other in on, my loves. There's a lot of life that's been experienced. from that point to now, and you guys want to share it with each other. You really want to share it with each other. It also feels like there's some element of like, I'm hearing you complete me, which I, not in the literal sense, because that's not something, but like you guys bring out, really good parts of each other. Like it feels like you're a very decisive person, whereas they're, less decisive. And come on, my babies. Conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. And it's time to take action, new moon in Aries, yeah. So 2 full moons and a new moon, my loves. We are letting go of what the phase we've been in, and we're heading for a new beginning very, very quickly. And that's very exciting, my loves. But like, I feel like you're more decisive. This person, has a harder time because they really think very deeply. And I feel like that pertains as well to why, it's important that you're the one to message them, because if they were to, I feel like they have written out many, 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 many emails and DMs and texts for you, my love. And it's just, that's not right. That's not exactly what I'm trying to say. So they delete it. And it's like, you're going to be in that cycle forever. Whereas you, my darlings, have more of the energy of like, okay, this is what I feel. This is what I'm going to say. Yes, it's still, a sense of vulnerability. And yes, that's not the most comfortable thing, but you're able to do it in a way that, they really appreciate and that they can then respond to. Yeah. This person also feels very protective over you. You're a very strong person, my loves, but very heart-centered, and you miss the way that this person not only values your gentle, kind heart, but protects you in that way as well. And that's very sweet. All right, my loves, let's pull... No, I want to leave you out. Thank you. Let's pull something or other. Charms, and then we'll pull some letters. Oh God, the suction on that thing was crazy. Wow. I mean, not the first time I heard that, but like, whoa. I bought a new vacuum recently. Calm down. This might be a bit loud, my loves. I'll try and keep it quiet, but it's tinkly. Ew. Okay. What do we got? 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 Oh, these are so fucking tiny. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we we have P. Other way. There you go, baby. We have Y. We have K. We have M. Oh, my throat. We have we have F. We have a skull. We have a gift. Okay, so you could also be thinking about them a lot because one of your birthdays could be coming up, or a holiday, and you guys get very sentimental around like festivities. Live your dream. A little, what the fuck are you? Oh, it's a little pumpkin and a butterfly. Okay. One of you could be born in fall. We have love, we have Saturn, we have dream, we have S, we have a cute little high heel, we have Taurus. Okay, a lot of Taurus confirmation in this group, my darlings. We have a star, and there was a card in one of the oracle decks that we pulled that had a star right in the middle that I kept looking at. So it feels like, yeah, this person is really like at the forefront. We have another star. Oh, babies. Of your manifestations. You really, really, really miss this person. We have G. We have a violin, I think. I love you to the moon and back. And enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so enough feels like, yes, you are meant to be in this person's life. It's not their life. is not improved by the distance you have from them, my loves. I feel like that's something that maybe you kind of think of sometimes. And no. No, no, no. Just in the way that your life isn't improved by the distance you have from them, my darlings. It's the same both ways. But enough also feels like it resonates with like, okay, it's been enough time. It's been enough waiting. It's been enough, you know, thinking about each other, longing for each other, missing each other. Now it's time to reach out to the person, and you could utilize your birthday or their birthday as an excuse to see each other, to get together. It does feel as though gifts are exchanged, and it feels like the gift is something really really sentimental in like an inside joke kind of way, like really sentimental to memories that pertain just to you two, which is really, really, really special. Yeah, I feel like this person's also done a lot with their work. It feels like one of you is more, you know, office business savvy, and the other has a more like creative position. And it feels like you both are just so, which is cool because you're both like very distinct people, very individual people, but you just love each other so much that it works, and you're excited to hear, genuinely excited to hear about what the other person has going on in their lives and what they have to say. I feel like one of you could have gotten into a serious relationship or gotten engaged, or married since you last spoke as well. So there's a lot to hear about that. That's very exciting. All right, my loves, let us pull from another jar. I like jars. I'm stereotypical. What can I say? Let's see what messages we get through. Oh, they say no, not that. Okay, sorry. Tiger's Eye as well feels like it would be a really good stone for you, or a stone that you really enjoy, my loves. If you feel drawn to that. Okay. We have E and oh. And another E and L. You guys could have had sushi recently, or you go out to get sushi with this person. We have T. I keep getting like nighttime and late and overnight. So they could live like a few hours difference from you in a different time zone. And maybe when you talk to them, oh, I knew this was coming out because they were like, don't do it again. And I was like, ah, if I don't embarrass myself consistently, then that's not on brand. But like one of you has to stay up a bit later to talk to the other, and that's fine. It's fine, my loves. Once in a while, that's fine. Because they're worth it. Obviously, so it feels like, yeah, feels like you knew what I was gonna say when you clicked on this. You were like looking for confirmation, but you also knew. You were like, I know what I have to do. And this is just, sometimes that's all confirmation is confirming what you already know, my darlings. In fact, more often than not, that's what confirmation is. Something about an elevator. One of you could be claustrophobic or really afraid of elevators, which just feels like it's coming out as a confirmation. You've been okay, fuck. Okay, I'm a silly goose. I got dream, I got live your dream, and I got night, and I was like, what is it? What does it mean? What is it? What are they trying to tell me? Jesus Christ. Okay, you've been... I need tea. I need tea because... You've been dreaming about this person a lot. They've been dreaming about you a lot as well. Okay, it feels like they held back though, so that I could get the message about like the time difference as well, because if I had gotten dream right away, I would have just moved past it. Goodness gracious. One of you is very into astrology as well, and the other is really invested in it. It's like, tell me more, explain, what does this mean, what does that mean, what's a transit? Yeah. I'm hearing the name Elena. I'm hearing Victor and Vincent. I'm hearing Tobias. I'm hearing Lauren. I'm hearing Lata. I am hearing Vinesh. I am hearing Bob. One of you could be born on Halloween, or Halloween is your very, very, very most favorite holiday, or you just have like, you know, a kind of Halloween aesthetic about you, my babies. Okay, is there anything else? Oh my goodness, they give me a shiver and they tell me no. Group number 1, my sweet, beautiful darlings. I hope... I hope that you enjoyed that. Spirit is coming through one last time. They're like, actually, they really, 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 really just want, they're like, just do it. Hashtag Nike. Hashtag, don't sponsor me, please. Um, they really want you to just send it. Just send it. Don't overthink it. You're writing from the heart. If you overthink it, then it no longer comes from the heart, my darlings, because that then comes from the head, right? But yes, I hope that you enjoyed that, my darlings. If you did, please feel free to let me know by leaving a comment. I love to hear from you guys. I love talking to you. All of my links for Patreon that has the extended 18+ readings, as well as monthly forecasts and exclusive readings, so on, what have you, is down in the description, as well as my link for Instagram, my Etsy store, and my email for more information on private readings and pricing and everything else. I forgot one. If the reading resonated, my energy resonated, please consider subscribing. Yeah, I fucked up the rhythm, but like, you know, ain't that just what I do? Thank you so much for being here with me, my loves. I love you very, very much. Bye. Hello, 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 my darling. Group number 2. If you picked this card, be true to your heart. Off the bat, when I was getting your reading ready, when I was getting your cards, I, out of nowhere, got Mary Had a Little Lamb stuck in my head. So that could be stuck in your head recently. You could be singing it as you're watching this, which would be wild. Or you... It feels like part of your confirmation is that you're from... I want to say the UK. England? UK? I know England's not all of the UK, because then it would just be England and not the UK, but correct me if I'm... No. Yeah, UK. We'll go for UK. We'll go for UK. Confirmation. Yeah. Hi. Hello, my loves. Hi. You also have potential gateway. Oh! Okay. Okay. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, this is exciting. This is exciting. So a lot of very strong heart chakra energy, my loves. As soon as I flipped your card, took your card, I took it from here and I put it here. As soon as I did that, I could feel heart chakra opening, which is like a very warm kind of blooming in the chest. It's like... Okay, the easiest way to explain it is like when you see something so sweet and wonderful that you put your hand to your chest and go, oh, that's what it feels like. It's happening. It's happening to you, my loves. I feel like you've been very emotional lately. You're emotional people. You're incredibly sensitive people, my darlings, and there is nothing wrong with that. I feel like a lot of people in your life have made you feel as though how sensitive you are and how deeply you feel things is a flaw, and it is not, and they can fuck off. You're wonderful. But it feels as though the last like 2 months especially, things have been very, 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 very emotional for you. It feels like you're feeling really tired as well. Really tired, but really restless. It's like you need a lot of help to be able to get to sleep. Ooh, my throat just gave out. And staying asleep is very difficult. You wake up a lot in the night as it stands, my darlings. You're not good at sleeping. You are the types of people who feel as though time could be spent better instead of sleeping. And I get that. It's not true. I'm going to be very hypocritical by saying you need to sleep. I don't sleep, but I recognize the value and importance of sleep and how imperative it is. And it feels like, yeah, you've been really feeling things a lot, very, very deeply, my darlings. And it feels like there's a lot coming up around you as well. Like a lot of kind of uncomfortable situations that you can't run from. You can't You know, you can't kind of get away from them. And it's like, I really don't want to have to deal with that. And the universe is like, my baby, you have to. Is the only way to get to the other side of it is to go through it. I'm seeing actually the scene in SpongeBob where they have to go through the perfume department. And it's like, which, that's not, if you, that's, that's not the best comparison, but it kind of is, because it feels like what you've gone through is actually quite serious, and it feels like you are now on the other side of it, or you are just at the very end of it. The end is now in sight, whereas for the last 2 months, it felt like there was like, is there an end? Is this forever? Is this, you know, am I gonna have to go through this like again and again and again and again and again? I really don't fucking want to. No, because you've done what you have to do, my darlings. You have allowed yourself through gritted teeth and clenched fists to recognize that to get through it, you have to go through it. And you are, and it's, I feel like it's gone better than you were worried it would go. You do feel like people who, you know, you try and see things from a positive standpoint. You're not pessimists at all. You're realists, but sometimes that pessimism kind of creeps up, which is not from you, my loves. The you know, the pessimism doesn't come from you. It actually feels like you're incredibly optimistic people. You're dreamers, you're hopers, you're believers, you're lovers. You're very heart-centered people, but it feels like there's been a lot of kind of outer influence in your life that has kind of, you know, tried to stomp down the parts of you that love to dream. And you haven't stopped. You've held on to that, but to hear outer influence for so long, it's hard to kind of sometimes, especially in moments of worry where we need a lot of reassurance, it's hard not to let that kind of outer voice of pessimism creep in. But you've been trying, and it has gone better than you were worried it would, my darlings. You are very well loved. You are very well protected, especially spiritually, my darlings. There is a spirit very close to you. It feels very grandmotherly, who is taking very good care of you, who has a lot of love for you. It feels like that is a energy that in the physical, you had a very close relationship with, you could talk very openly with, very lovely, very sweet. And so you're getting through it, and it feels like part of the reason for going through what you had to go through in the last 2 months, my darlings, is because there's a lot in your life that's been changing. For the last 2 years, it feels like everything has fucking flipped on its head, turned upside down, Prince of Bel-Air, etc., etc. And so, and it feels like, you know, that has been exciting because change is very exciting to you. That's something that you know, you're able to embrace. You're able to take on challenges in a lot of ways, and it's been a lot of very positive change. But change is still change, and change can be uncomfortable, and change can be jarring in a lot of ways. And so it feels like this is kind of it feels in part out of your control, but also in part it feels like, you know, something to kind of allow you to realize that yes, you can get through things, and yes, you can take things on, and yes, you can go through change, and yes, change can be for the better. And it, yeah, hermit phase, my babies. I felt it. I felt it. With potential gateway right to the heart there as well. Yeah, so it feels like there's going to be more changes, my babies, but don't get scared now. Hold my hand, my love. We're in this together. It feels like the change is very positive. It feels like there's been a lot of... You've really had to take things on a lot on your own in the last little while, my loves, and that is something you're very capable of doing, and it feels like you're being reminded that a lot, because sometimes it feels like you worry that, you know, you can't, but you do, and you can, my loves. And it hasn't been the easiest, and I'm sorry for that, my loves, but you can. You're much stronger than you give yourself credit for, my loves. And it feels like you've been in this phase of kind of not not isolation per se, because you're not alone. There's actually a lot of energy around you. You communicate with a lot of people. It feels like you work with a lot of people. Or a lot of people are like a part of your job. Feels like you interact with a lot of people, I should say. And you have a large circle, a large social circle around you. You're a very, very, very social person, but it does feel as well like there's been a lot of loneliness. And it's a specific kind of loneliness, my darlings, and it's a loneliness that you don't really acknowledge outwardly very much, because it's like, well, it's out of my control. This loneliness is out of my control. You're also very big believers in fate, my babies, and you're believers that, when it's meant to happen, when destiny is going to smile upon me, then that is when I will find my person. And you're finding your person, my babies. You are finding your person, my loves. I'm getting a lot of, as I said, heart chakra energy from this group. So it's giving me Taurus specifically. It's giving me Libra. It's giving me Gemini as well. Very, 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 very strongly. It's giving me Capricorn, Virgo, Aquarius. Yeah, Virgos. Yeah. Scorpio, Cancer, Leo. Yeah. But you're getting your person, my loves. Like the fact that we have potential gateway right here, walking right into the heart, my babies. And then we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of fucking Cups, my loves. You could not, to go into a reading, what wish is being granted, to get a reading about your person, the love of your life is coming forward, and then to get the Knight of Cups, could not ask for better, my babies. What are we pulling first? I want to pull this first. But yeah, it feels like, okay, this is very exciting. It feels like you don't know this person, my loves, but it feels like energetically you two know each other very, 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 very strongly. It feels as though, as well, in because it feels like right before you meet them, which would be like now, just before now, or even currently, you're on like the tail end of going through something that's been very uncomfortable, very anxiety inducing, very stressful, very something you've never had to deal with before. There's no, written instruction on how to go about this, on how to deal with it, on how to get through it. You've been going totally blind through it, my darlings, and you've done really, really well. You're so, so, so strong, my babies, and you're so in your power. But it does feel as though there have been a lot of times, especially in this last period, where you're like, I just want someone here. I just want, not someone, I shouldn't say just someone, I want my person here, because you're selective, my loves, and you should be. You should always be very selective, my darlings, and it feels as though this person is selective as well. It feels as though the two of you have been single for quite some time, my darlings, and it feels as though energetically this person, through this period especially, has been very comforting to you and very reassuring. You could have been having a lot of dreams about them. You could have recognized them in phases of, like, having really low points, really stressful points, and then just all of a sudden feeling lighter. And it feels as though energetically they've been comforting you, and it feels like mutually for the both of you, it's been mutually. Mutually. Jesus Christ, Katie, get it together. You two have been kind of ebbing and flowing between, okay, I know I'm really, really close to meeting you. I can feel you. You feel the shift. Even if you don't recognize exactly what the shift means, you've been feeling the shift in energies, my darlings. And then it transitions into something more like, okay, I really, really, really am close to meeting you. And so there can be a bit of loneliness in that, to be so close to meeting your person and to feel them so strongly, and to be like, but I'm not there yet. That can, put us in a state of feeling more so what's lacking. And it feels like that's something you two have been kind of working in and out of, my darlings. But you two are very busy people, very hardworking people. And it feels like, work has kind of been what you both have thrown yourselves into. Much to the point of burnout, I have to be honest, my loves. Much to the point of exhaustion. And, but you two are trying to be better. You're trying to be better. You're trying to be more conscious of taking the time that you need to rest, to recuperate. But it feels like in those moments of rest, even though you've taken them, it's like, okay, I'm not going to work today, or I'm going to do a half day or something like that. I'm giving myself the day to rest. It's like in those moments of rest, it's like, well, what can I do? I'm really restless because there's so much energetically that's moving really, really, really quickly that it's like, well, I feel like things are happening, so it makes you both feel like you have to do something because that's the energy you both have. You're both very hardworking. You're very self-sufficient people. You're very, you're people who build up a lot of momentum very easily. We have planning and action, intuition and manifestation. Okay, absolutely. And milestone. Okay, this is very exciting. This is very exciting. This is so exciting. Okay, so this person feels very, very, very intuitive, my loves. Very intuitive. I was feeling that very strongly from these cards. Confirmation came through, my loves. It feels as though this person actually is, at the very least, intuitively aware of you. Whereas your intuition is from the heart, my loves. You have a very, very, very empathic intuition for people's feelings, for people's, reactions to situations. It's like, even if you're watching a conversation between two other people, you're able to perceive intuitively how what one person says is going to affect the other. And then you're able to respond based on that, or you're able to react or comfort or whatever needs to be done. You're very intuitive in terms of people's emotions. Very tapped in that way, my loves. And it feels like this person is all-encompassing. This person has some very, very, very strong intuitive energy, my darlings. There is a lot of spiritual energy between both of you, but this person is like calling it forward to them. Whereas you are just incredibly spiritually protected because you are so deeply loved, my darlings, in every sense, spiritually, physically, etc., etc. A very deeply loved and valued person, my darlings. Truly, truly and authentically. Planning and action. Okay, so when this building comes up, it always tells me that someone in this connection comes from a place that's very old, a place with a lot of history, and a place with like very old buildings, especially castles. Could have a lot of royal history. Where they're from, it feels like you, especially, my darlings. And this, I know this is a path, which one tells me that you two are headed right to each other. Right to each other. No two ways about it, my darlings. But also it feels like with this, I know that's like a pen, but it feels like a bridge. There is water between you both. So different countries, my darlings. Water separating the both of you. And it feels like something you both have had to relinquish, much out of your comfort zone in the last little while, is control. You two are Wands energy, my babies. You are Wands energy for sure. You especially have a lot of Emperor energy in you, my darlings, and so because of that, you like to be in control. And there's nothing wrong with that, babies. But there are elements of your lives that have sat with you very uncomfortably because they've been out of your realms of control. And it feels like there were aspects of your lives mutually where you weren't able to get control of. There were people who took away your control, and it feels like after you both got out of that, you were like, okay, never fucking again will I relinquish control to somebody. And that has its power, but there are also important aspects of our lives, my darlings, that we can't control. And it feels as though this connection is part of that in a very positive way, my darlings. You can't control it because it's so meant to happen. It's being so quickly driven forward by the divine, by the energies that are taking care of you and watching over you and loving you, that you don't need to control it. And so it feels like right before connecting, and I feel as though in the next 3 weeks you will be connecting, my loves. It feels like just before that, you've gone through situations that there's no possible way that you could control them. You can contribute to them, you can do your very best, but you do not have control over them. And it feels like that's a really, really pinnacle point in healing. Although the situation was quite difficult to go through, you got through it, and it did go more positively than you could have imagined, my darlings, as you are worthy of, as you are deserving of. But it feels like it was important for you both to recognize that things can be out of your control and go well, that you can handle them, because it's an important reminder for you both, because you know you both have worked so hard to regain control, and that's wonderful in itself, my darlings. Yeah, you are heart-centered with the crown chakra too. Ooh, babies. Babies. Oh, I got goosebumps. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You both have a lot of control in your lives. It feels like, you know, in terms of work, and so on and so forth. And it feels like, yeah, it feels like, I just went very, very quiet. What does it feel like? What does it feel like? What does it feel like? Okay, so got it. Okay, thank you. It feels like the two of you are so one. I'm so happy. I'm so, oh, I feel floaty. Are so wonderful together. You fit so perfectly together. But you two are very, 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 very different from what the other thought they would be with, in only positive ways, my darlings. And it feels like as this person has developed their intuition, they don't have like a specific type of person in mind. They have you in mind, only you, my darlings. It feels as though they've been connected to you for quite some time, intuitively. But for you, my darlings, it feels very different. They feel very different. And it feels like you have these boxes that you're like, I want someone to check this and this and this and this and this. And this person does, but not in a way that you expect. Not in a way that's so black and white, you know, my darlings. They are very, very, very intuitive. They are very sure of themselves. They are very confident. They are very strong. They are very, very gentle and loving. Very compassionate people. They are very, but they're also very protective and very, really in their Empress energy. They create everything that they have. They are very abundant people, but they also give out abundance. They are very intuitively tapped in. They help a lot of people. They make a lot of positive impacts in a lot of lives. And so everything that you want, this person is, and more. But it is different. It feels like that's part of the reason why, you know, the focus on control has been so predominant, especially for you in the last little while, my darlings, because it's like, okay, this is something that's going to come towards you with the Knight of Cups. This is coming towards you, my darlings, and it's going to look a little bit different, but it's going to be wonderful. But you're also not going to be able to really control it, my loves. You're not going to be able to control it in the way that, you know, I think you like to do in a lot of ways. And that's not meant to be a negative thing, my darlings. It's meant to be a call for you to recognize a really good thing when it comes towards you, my loves, because sometimes you can overthink the good things, and sometimes you can wonder, you know, if you're worthy of the good things, or you can wonder if, you know, you're able to obtain the good things. And the fact that this person is coming forward, like, look at his energy. He's sat down. He's not going fucking anywhere, my babies. He's not moving. He's there. He's sitting there. He's got roses. He's got a picnic. Whenever you get to him, he's there. He's not leaving. And so you can't you know, and I feel like you also can't control how intensely drawn into this person you are, how strong the pull is to them. And it's going to make you feel like you've lost your composure a bit, and that can be intimidating because that's not something that you like to do. In fact, it feels like you beat yourself up about that quite a bit, my loves. But to feel a pull to somebody so strongly and to follow that pull, to follow where your heart leads you, my loves, and is not weakness. It's not something that you need to second guess. It's not something that you need to hold back on. It's not a loss of control to follow your heart and to trust your heart, my loves. And this person is going to call on you to follow your heart. It feels like music is very important to this connection. I feel like both of you have like a song that you really, really like recently, especially that really specifically pertains to this connection. Ocean Eyes just popped into my head, but that could be because that's one of my favorite songs. But nothing is coincidence. And it feels like that's something that connects you both. Like maybe when you guys are talking, someone, you know, has that song in on the background, or you're talking, someone's in the car and, you know, that song is playing. And they're like, oh, I love that song. And they're like, I love this song too. And you're like, oh my God, we're so in love. Um, and it does feel as though this person is safety. Safety in a way that you have not known, my loves. Safety in a way that they can hold your heart and will hold your heart, and your heart is safe in their hold. And it feels like that can be daunting. That can be daunting, and it feels like you're going to want to kind of dig your heels in just because, for no other reason aside from wanting to run to this person. And that's intimidating because it does feel as though you've been single for quite a while, my loves, and you kind of have this idea in your head of how things will play out, because that's what you do. You fantasize and you visualize and you daydream, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a very powerful tool for manifestation, my loves. But when this person shows up in all of their wonderful beauty and their power and their everything, their sense of humor, their charm, their wit, everything about them that pulls you into them, you don't have to hold back, my loves. You don't have to hold back. You don't have to be so in control, because you can be your authentic self with this person, my loves, well and truly. And it feels as though intuition is really driving this connection. And intuition is something that you want so badly to trust, because you have a fantastic sense of intuition, my loves. You have a fantastic sense about things. You have a fantastic instinct about things. And it's not something you have allowed yourself to trust because you haven't had the validation from others around you that it's something you should trust. It feels like, you know, you get a lot of, well, no, follow your head and then, you know, your heart will follow kind of thing. And you're like, well, no, my heart is what I want to follow. It's what I should follow. And you're right, my loves. You should follow your heart, and your heart is leading you to this person. This is a soulmate connection for certain, my loves. You two are linked at the heart. It feels like this is, oh my God. Okay. It feels like, I love this connection. This person, this feels like you two. It feels like you've kind of, you know, put yourself, not even consciously, my loves, but you've put yourself in this cage. It feels like in the last year or two, you could have moved to a new place. You don't have a lot of connections. It feels like where you lived before, you had a lot of connections. You're very social people. I'm hearing social butterfly. Very extroverted people with a bit of shyness to you, a bit of, you know, a bit of nervousness, but that's fine, my loves. Some of you are telling me you're awkward, and you're so lovely and endearing, my loves. You're so lovely and endearing that the right people will be drawn into you, because that's what you're worthy of. And this person just shows up at this kind of little cage that's been placed around you, and it feels like you work from home. I feel like you work on the internet, and so you don't, you know, you're trying, especially in the last year, to get out more than you did before, and that's wonderful. But it feels like, you know, work occupies a lot of your time. You spend a lot of time in the house, my loves. So it's frustrating, because it's like, well, then how am I supposed to meet somebody? How am I supposed to connect with somebody if I'm here, you know, if I don't have enough time to go out, if I don't really have, it feels like you've made, you know, some social connections, and that's fantastic, my loves, but it's, you know, You're busy. What you do occupies a lot of your time. And you don't want to meet someone through your work because it feels like there's just, I don't know what it is. There's too many differences, it seems, in like heart-centered values between you and the people you work with, because you're really big believers in fate and destiny, my loves, and you're really big believers in, I'm going to know. I trust myself now to know, because it feels like there were points before where you thought that you knew, but hindsight is 2020, and it's like, well, no, now I know that I didn't really know, and I was just accepting of people and behaviors that I wasn't worthy of for the sake of a connection. But you're not that anymore, my loves. You're not that person anymore. You've grown, you've matured. Your heart is going to know, and your heart knows this person. And it does feel, yeah. Oh, babies. My heart chakra. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Sun, and we have the Empress. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my, I need to, hang on. I need tea. Hang on. Just sit, stay, heal. I love you. Okay. Oh my God. The way my heart rate just fucking spiked. I got so excited. Whew. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so in this place, my loves, in your work, in your office, you spend a lot of time in your office. This person just lands there. So it does feel as though you meet them online. Not online dating, absolutely fucking not. Nope. Nope. Hard no. It's always a hard no. But but it does feel as though you connect online. I feel like this person just like this. Like they just appear out of nowhere, and it's kind of like this butterfly is kind of facing down, and I don't know where the fuck a butterfly's eyes are, but I'm interpreting this isn't National Geographic, you know what I'm saying, my babies? I'm interpreting it as this person seeing you and getting to you, and you not noticing them at first, which also correlates with the Knight of Cups energy that they have, my darlings, where they just they appear out of fucking nowhere. And it's so funny because like there's no definition for how you two connect other than fate, because it feels like you both work from home. It feels like you both have internet-based jobs, but what you do is so different. So different. And you two have elements of those differences, but a lot of the elements you have as well are so similar and supremely compatible. You are extremely compatible people, my loves. Obviously your soulmates, you're gonna be together for fucking ever. And yes, I said that. Yes, I said that. And yes, I said it. And so this person notices you, and then it's kind of like they call down to you, and they're like, hello, my love. Hello, hi. And you look up and you're like, oh. And then all of a sudden the cage door pops open, and there is everything you've been wishing for. Everything, my loves. Everything through and through. With the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Empress, everything you have been fucking wishing for, my loves. The star here, everything you have been wishing for. You are extremely financially abundant, my darlings. Money flows to you very, 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 very easily, very quickly, very abundantly. You're very good with your money. You put out your money in a very good way. You're very good at making money. This person as well is extremely financially abundant, my darlings, extremely financially independent, which is very sexy to you. Even though I feel like you do want to be, you want to be the provider, you want to be the carer, you want to be the nurturer. Emperor energy, my loves. You want to take care of the people that you love, and you do in a lot of ways, and this person as well. But it's really nice, especially because it feels like the money that you're making is great, but you haven't had a romantic connection since making that money. So it feels like something, that you're kind of worried about is somebody kind of only wanting you for your money, or only being interested in you for your money, because you discredit the value that you have as a person, my loves, because you are fucking everything. You are everything, my darlings. You are wonderful. You are so loving and thoughtful and kind and gentle and intelligent and creative and passionate, and you're everything. You're funny, you're talented, you like, I could talk about you forever, and perhaps I will. And this person sees you very clearly. The way these two cards are looking directly at you, they see you very clearly in a way that not a lot of people see you, my loves. People see you, but this person sees you. And I know you know what I mean by that, because there are parts of you that you don't want to be seen. You hide away because, there are parts of you that you would value, but people have made you feel as though you shouldn't. And there's still parts of you that exist. They're very important parts of you. They're very wonderful parts of you, but you've hidden them away because other people have made you feel as though that's the only course of action to take. And this person sees you through and through, my loves. 1, because they're so gentle and patient. 2, because they're so deeply intuitive. And 3, because they're going to love the ever-loving stuffing out of you, my darlings. They are going to love you through and fucking through. And subconsciously, you two do love each other very much, because this is a soulmate connection. You have been together before. You'll be together again, my darlings. You'll be together in every fucking lifetime, because you two are inseparable. And it's wonderful. Yeah, you're headed right to this person, my darlings, right to this person, in a really, really, really exciting way. I feel like the way you two connect is extremely... What am I pulling? I want to pull... Oh, no. I want to pull this. Thank you. Extremely unconventional. Very unconventional, because as I said, you two, yes, you work online, yes, you work from home, you're similar enough people, and it feels like your personalities are what really pull you into each other. But it feels like the way that you meet is... it's wild. I'm seeing so many different things. Most of what I'm seeing is you two are very connected at the heart. I'm seeing like a string, a glowing green string connecting your heart to their heart. But it also feels like there's some link in the middle, this little unconventional link that just allows you two to discover each other. And then once you do, this person reaches out, and then you receive it, and you freeze up and get intimidated, because this person does intimidate you a little bit, my darlings. Just because, yeah, babies, just because, they're everything that you want in a way you didn't even realize you wanted it. And the fact that it is there, and it's real, and it's available to you is so, is so jarring that you get a little bit nervous. Like, you freeze up a little bit, and you don't have to, my loves. You don't have to. You don't have to hold back from this person, because this person is safe, and it's so easy to talk to this person. You two are very, very, very communicative people. So easy to talk to this person, so warm, and you're allowed to trust your heart, my loves. You're allowed to trust your heart in the way that it wants to be close to this person, because this is a really, really lovely connection, my loves. With these hands, I feel like one of you has very big hands and one of you has tiny hands, like distinctly. Like, one of you has like very small hands and one of you has very big hands, especially fingers. One of you has very long fingers. You two start sleeping a lot better once you connect to each other. I feel like you talk on, because there is an element of distance between you both. I feel like you talk on the phone very late at night, and fall asleep talking to each other, and have like the best sleep possible, because it feels like right now, as I said, there's a lot of restlessness. There's a lot of like, I know something's coming. I know I'm close to this person. Where the fuck are they? And so there's restlessness in that. Your sleeps haven't been very restful. You're feeling very tired lately, my loves. Very, very tired the last 2 weeks, especially. In the 2 months before you meet this person. And yeah, very, very, very tired. Very restless. Very almost like bored in a way, which seems silly, because you both, as I said, are supremely busy people. It's like, I'm saying you're bored and you're like, I fucking wish, but like more restless, I suppose, as opposed to bored. Listen. Okay. Listen feels like, one, I can hear spirit being like, pay attention. because you're gonna know, and you're gonna feel something, my loves, but you have to pay attention to that feeling. And again, that's something that you have to reclaim, because that's something that I feel other people have tried to quiet within you, is trusting your heart fully. And you need to do that, my babies. You need to do that for this connection. It also feels like you're going to you could talk on the phone quite early. Or one of you could be like a content creator. So you, like, you talk, you do videos for a living, or some such. It feels like you hear the other talk before you like see them. And you really, that's really, really powerful and really reassuring, because you too, fucking stunners for sure, my babies, abso-fucking-lutely. But there's something really telling about how you can feel so pulled into somebody by their voice, and by the way that they talk and the way that they laugh and all of those beautiful, wonderful things. And there's something kind of undeniable about that, because, you can look at a hot person and be like, I like them. And like, yeah, you like them because they're hot, right? You don't know anything about them. But to hear somebody speak, and it feels as though you two speak in a very authentic way, a way that's very truthful. You also have very distinct voices. I'm hearing very lower registered voices. You two also have very different accents. And yeah, there's also like a familiarity to the way that you two speak and the way that you two sound to each other. It's almost like, where have I heard that before? And it's like, you know each other, my babies. You know each other through and through. Protected, trust, and secure. Trust is a very imperative thing for you, my darlings. Trust is a very imperative thing for you. It is not something you give out lightly or freely, and you shouldn't. And you trust this person inexplicably. Abso-fucking-lutely, you trust this person, and you are safe in trusting them, my darlings. And they prove that to you time and time and time and time and time again, forever, for the rest of your lives together, my darlings, as they have done in lives before and as they will in lifetimes after. You can trust them completely. You are so safe with this person. This person is so considerate of you, so compassionate with you, so gentle, so loving, so affectionate with you. I feel like you apologize a lot, my darlings. I feel like you apologize like instinctively. If you think there's a remote chance that you've done anything to upset somebody or say something wrong or do anything wrong, you apologize. And this person is so gentle with you and so compassionate and so loving and so kind that they allow you the freedom of knowing that you don't always have to apologize, that you are not instinctively the one to blame in any given situation, my darlings. And it's very liberating. The love that you get from this person is very liberating in all ways. Even in subconscious ways, the way that they love you just makes you feel good. They calm you, they ground you. It feels like some of you could deal with some pretty severe anxiety, my darlings. I'm very sorry for that. It feels like in the last year you've sought counseling, you're on new medications, you're doing better in a lot of ways than that, and this person is very secure and grounding for you through that, my darlings. Very protective of you as well, I will say. This is a very mature relationship. You two are very mature, and I feel like that's something that's very telling as well, because it feels like you're very silly people, you're very sweet people, both of you. You're very jovial, you're very, funny, etc., etc. But you two at the core are mature people. You're grown adults. You experience life fully, and it feels like you, especially, my darlings, don't have a lot of that around you. In particular, especially for some reason in what you do for work. It feels like you work with people who are like, for the most part, quite a bit younger than you, or at least not in the same like phase of life, or kind of, a bit more child throat chakra, a bit more childlike or immature. You talk a lot for work. And so that's another reason why I feel like you're like, yeah, no, I wouldn't meet somebody through work, because that's just, our life paths are too different where they stand currently, and it feels like you two are on very even life paths, very understanding of what the other does, you two are really hardworking. You've got stuff going on in your lives aside from a relationship, which is really attractive to you. Something that's really attractive to you is people having a life, because because it feels like it does feel as though you've dealt with codependency in the past, especially in, in relationships. People who have really, just latched onto you with like the severity of a fucking griffin claw and crushed you under the weight of that. And you have people who, there's a lot of attention on you at all times, my darlings, a lot of time dedicated to giving you attention. You're like, yeah, that's nice, the validation's nice, the attention's nice, sure, 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 but you are really attracted to somebody who has things going on. You're the kind of people who, like, this relationship is lovely because at the end of the day, and you two always make time for each other, always make time for each other that is specifically dedicated to the other person. And it's nice because there's substance in how was your day, instead of like, oh, it was okay, I just sat at home and I waited for you. It's like, no, I did this and I did this and I did this, and you're like, oh my god, you boss babe, you're so fucking hot, come here. And vice versa for them as well, my loves. You two are also very, very thoughtful towards each other. Very thoughtful towards each other. You do not forget each other at all. And I feel like that's something both of you have dealt with in relationships, my darlings. It feels like it's also something that people have made you feel as though you do when that's not the case, my darlings. You're very thoughtful. You're a deeply heart-centered person, my loves. There is no fucking way you are not a thoughtful person. So fuck whoever made you feel that you are not a thoughtful person, because that's not true. You two have a really beautiful connection where you put a lot of thought into the other, and how your actions would impact them, and how what you're doing would affect them, and so on and so forth. And it's not limiting, it's not anxiety inducing, it's just thoughtfulness. It's just, like, say you've worked like a double shift or something, or you've worked like 12 hours, and then I don't know, somebody says like, oh, hey, do you want to go out to eat? And you're like, oh yeah, and then you're like, oh, but like, yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, but like, let me call my partner first and just talk to them for a bit, because I didn't get to talk to them today, and I miss them, and I'm sure they're missing me, and like, just little thoughtful things that make the other feel as valued and loved and as important as they are. You have very bad posture, my darlings, doing what you do. This person gives very good massages, but also you've been getting a lot of neck and shoulder pain, my darlings. Like a lot, yeah. This person, you two have a lot of really beautiful physical connection. And although there is distance between you two initially, the way that you two feel when you're in each other's physical space is everything. It is so warm. It's like standing in front of a fireplace. Like, it's lovely. This person puts their hand on your chest a lot, over your heart. This person is extremely introverted, and I feel as though you are extremely extroverted, my loves. Okay, I want to pull the Moonology, and then we can get some charms and letters. But yeah, it feels like this person is able to Scooch, scooch. This person is able to not hold in, kind of hold in. They're able to, like, if they don't want the world to perceive how they are feeling or what they're thinking, they are very good at closing that door, my loves. And you're like, couldn't be me. And that's okay, my darlings, because you're different in that way. And it's actually very liberating how true and authentic to your emotions you are, my loves. That's a very important thing. That is a very, very, very important thing. Something that this person does learn to harness more freely through you, and to feel their emotions fully, and to talk through their emotions, which is something I don't feel as though they do outwardly. I feel like they deal with a lot of things internally. They don't internalize it in the way of like, okay, I'm just squishing it down, ignoring it, it's going to go away. No, they journal it out. They do what they got to do to get through it in a very independent way. and you become this source of, because they're such a good listener and because they're so compassionate and loving, and you're the types of people where if something's bothering you, if something's on your mind, you have to let it out. You can't keep it in or it just eats away at you. My right ear is ringing really loudly, my loves. So you talk it through with this person, and this person's very comforting. They're very intelligent, very compassionate. They give wonderful advice. They give wonderful hugs, wonderful kisses, wonderful kids. They could have a kid, or kids. You too, also, if there's somebody in this connection who can get pregnant, could have children quite quickly. Or really, you meet this person and you're very certain this is who you want to have your life with and your family with, because it feels like those are values that are very important to you. And then you, in turn, through being so open and so honest and genuine, you have an intuitive sense for this person's feelings, which I feel like is part of your empathic nature, is like, when something's off about this person, and you become a safe space for this person to open up to in a way that I don't think they have with anybody else, my loves. So we have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra, prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus, step out of your comfort zone, North Node, and show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. You could meet in these seasons. So Libra season would be end of September to end of October. Taurus season is end of April to end of May. And Aquarius season is end of January to end of February. Yes. But it also feels like these messages are really important. You too. There's so much balance in this connection, my love. So much balance. I'm hearing there is compromise. There's no sacrifice. And it feels like both of you have had connections before where you've had to sacrifice a lot. Sacrifice a lot of who you are as people. And that is not okay. And you're past that. You've moved out of that, and now you have a very balanced connection. A connection that's very fulfilling for you as individuals, but also allows you to feel fulfilled in giving to the other and sharing with the other. It's a really good one, my babies. It is a really good one. You two, as I said, bring in a lot of abundance. You have a very abundant life, but you're very good with your money. You're very generous with your money. You impact people very positively with your money. Like, even small things is like, when you get food delivered, you're tipping like a huge amount, or going to a restaurant or something like that. Or, when you, I don't fucking know, go to like a craft market or something, it's like, yeah, I'll buy this, and I'll pay you like 3 times as much because you're an independent seller, things like that. Like, you just and then of course charitable cause is very important to you both, but you impact people really, really positively, and step out of your comfort zone. Just, it feels like confirmation that you are going to be intimidated by this person, my love, solely because to have everything that you have ever wished for come towards you in the form of a person who exists but is also approaching you with interest and intent and conversation and warmth, and to feel that pull, it is intimidating. Of course it's intimidating, but to trust your heart and to go for it, my loves, because you really feel called to doing that and show the world the real you. It feels like in a lot of ways you're very authentic and very genuine people. Very much so. Both of you, but I'm talking about you right now, my loves. And it feels like, even so, there are parts of you that you feel, you have to kind of not hide, but there are so many layers to who you are as a person, my darlings. It feels as though you don't get the opportunity to be all that you are completely, unabashedly, unapologetically, with anyone right now in your life, except maybe like a lifelong best friend and like your parents. You can be that with this person, because the two of you value honesty and authenticity above most other things. That is where your trust lies, in complete honesty. I don't think either of you can handle even white lies. Can't handle it. Don't accept it. Don't like it. It just sets the ball rolling for overthinking and anxiety and worry, and it's not something either of you fuck around with. So you two get to be unabashedly, unapologetically, truly, genuinely, authentically who you are as people with the other, and that's very comforting. And I feel like I feel like you both have very unique jobs. I know I said content creator, but it's like a very unique type of content. This person, the psychic here, the person who's coming forward, could do like more spiritually inclined things in their content creation. Um, I'm seeing you guys as doing a lot of different things though. I'm seeing music, I'm seeing art, I'm seeing some of you, I'm seeing like reviews or something. Like you review like media or some such. Some of you are writers, some of you are like gaming streamers. Some of you are animators, which would correlate to artists. Some of you do a whole bunch of shit. And so I feel like because this person, both of you do a unique thing, but this person is so unique. Like to be an intuitive, to do that, you know, on the internet, to put yourself out there in that way, unabashedly, unapologetically, who you are and what you feel called to do, is one, something very sexy to you, but two, it feels like it kind of paves the way where like you don't need to hide away from them, because this person very clearly accepts all forms of people and whatever they come, as long as you are authentic, my loves. Okay, my darlings, let's pull some charms and letters and see what messages we get through that way. I really like this connection. There's a lot of that's so cute. That is so cute. There's a lot of third eye energy. So in the forehead, my darlings, feeling like some tingles or prickles there. As confirmation for you, it feels like butterflies and flowers are very big, and feathers are very big signs for this connection when this person is close, my loves. I'm hearing spring as well, specifically. I also feel like sorry, I just realized I was trying to talk over the sound of tinkling, and I was like, is that gonna come through? I also feel like some of you could have recently had a time zone change. I'm also, not time zone, time change, like daylight savings time or whatever. My attention's being brought to the Palo Santo, which smells lovely. And it feels like one of you has a perfume or cologne that's very, very woody, very like warm and very, ooh, it's nice. It's like cedar or sandalwood or even Palo Santo or like patchouli or what are some other ones? Cinnamon, I'm hearing, like very, very warm, and this person loves it. You also love the way this person smells, but this person, I feel like they smell more like almost like floral, but not like grandmotherly, you know what I'm saying? Like more gentle, whereas you smell like more woody, and that's very cute. Very cute. They love, the two of you, when you get sniffing each other. My goodness gracious. This isn't Patreon, or we get more into it. You fall in love with this person very quickly, by the way. Very, very quickly. In a very natural way. And this dude with the wings on his shoes, one, it feels like this is a very Mercury dominant person, so Gemini, Virgo especially, but also it feels as though they are like on their fucking way to you, my babies. Okay, so we have, oh no, I dropped my shit. Oh well. We have I love you to the moon and back, which is very, my candles, oh that's hot, wow. Fire, Jesus, my candle says that, love you to the moon and back. Oh, confirmation. A blue ring, we have a K, their name could start with K, your name could start with K. We have an X, I'm hearing the name Xander. Ooh, okay, cherry blossom. So confirmation of spring, and cherry blossoms feel very important to this connection. Also the color pink flowers specifically. We have a little sheep. We have Leo twice, gorgeous, which would make sense with all the heart-centered energy as well. We have key, which is bringing me back to the card we got of secure and protected, the heart with like the lock on it. We have Saturn. What the fuck are you? I mean, oh, what are you? Is that a... Oh, it's a pig. I thought it was an alien. Okay. A pig. One of you could be born the year of the pig. Which yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know one of the years of the pig because I'm born in the year of the pig, but I don't know other ones. We have a little crab. We have, is this a little I don't know what you are. Little girl, maybe? Okay, so one of them, yeah, I feel like they could have a younger child. We have a purple bow. We have, oh, we have a K again. Okay, so K names come through. We have, this always reminds me, because I'm a certain type of way, of Cardcaptor Sakura or Sailor Moon. So one, Cardcaptor Sakura, this person could do tarot for a living, but two, it feels as though one, both of you really enjoy anime, and three, it feels like, yeah, there's a really magical element to this person, which I feel like is really enthralling to you, because it does feel as though you guys really, really enjoy like fantasy, and you're dreamers, you're dreamers. And so the fact that this person has this kind of career, this life that they've made, that's very fantastical, is very appealing to you. And then we have Dream, and we have the Fleur de Lis, and okay, the Snowflake. Yes. Okay. So a lot coming through in these, a lot coming through. We got K twice. So it feels like someone very, very much probably has a, very much probably has a K in their first, middle, or surname, but it feels like a lot of them it's first or surname. I got at the start, sorry. Saturn, you two have waited a long time for this. You have waited a very long time for this, for each other specifically. And it feels like you guys have had, you know, offers. You could have even gone on dates, you know, hookups, so on and so forth. But it's like nothing has fit in the way. It's like you guys don't even really know, like, what didn't fit. You're like, I just know this isn't fitting. This isn't... Sorry. Sorry, I'm immature. If there's somebody with something on it's big. It's big. It's impressive. Anyway, neither Wands energy. I said what I said. But it feels like you've had to be very patient. You've had to be very patient. You've had to go through a lot of shifts, a lot of change, a lot of stuff that was quite uncomfortable to get to each other. But now everything is a solid foundation, and you two get to build something really beautiful together, and that's really nice. One of you is from a place that snows. One of you is from a place that is quite significantly cold. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. One of you could speak French, could be from France, could be from... Quebec or Canada as well. Where else speaks French? I think they speak French a lot in England, don't they? It's like a academic thing or something. Perhaps. Or Haiti as well. Which is, it's Creole, but has like elements of, you know, like I had a ex who spoke Creole, and I could understand him when he spoke Creole because I spoke French and a little bit of Spanish. I did not like the energy I brought into here talking about that person, but it's a reference. Anyway, I'm hearing Monaco as well. Are there people there? Is that a thing? Music is very important. One of you could sing, or both of you could sing. Both of you really enjoy music. You share a lot of music with each other. A lot of passion through music. You convey a lot of emotion through music. You really connect to music, especially the lyrics of music, which is how I can tell both of you have a very strong interest in reading, writing, because you're very big on lyrics. The star here, confirmation, you're getting your wish, my babies. This person is coming through. Four-leaf clover. This is better than you could have hoped for, my darlings, but also one of you could have Irish ancestry, or live in Ireland. This is the person that you marry. If marriage is something you're neither here nor there about, this is the person you spend the rest of your lives with, my darlings. You two have the key to each other's hearts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your hearts are safest with each other, and you two get to be completely open and honest with each other in a way that is so so valuable for you. So valuable for you. You two are really good at protecting one another's boundaries. Like they're good at protecting your boundaries and you're good at protecting their boundaries in a way that's really, really special. A really beautiful connection. The bow here also I'm seeing as like oh, there's some tradition. I can't remember where from. It might be Celtic or it might be Wiccan. I'm not sure. But when two people get married, they hold hands and then there's like a ribbon and they tie the ribbon around like their hands and their arms and then tie like a bow in it to keep them together. It's also giving me like red string of fate energy where you two are just so connected, so connected. You meet a lot in dreams, especially with the Knight of Cups. This person communicates with you a lot in dreams. If you have, I feel like sleep is very comforting for you, my darlings. And if you have like a particular difficult day, you're like, I just need to get to sleep, I just need to go to bed, and tomorrow will be better. And you can have a really nice dream even if you don't necessarily remember it, but you'll wake up and you'll feel really energized and refreshed. And I feel like that's this person visiting you through those dreams. They definitely see you very clearly with all of like the energy of the Knight of Cups as well as the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, where they were looking like directly forward. This person sees you very, very clearly, my loves. Okay, so we have I'm hearing video. I feel like some of you could be filmmakers or have gone to film school or want to be filmmakers or just have a passion for like, film and editing and cinematography and all this. VDDAOYBUI Okay, so bees as well could be a strong signifier. I feel like they're telling me to take a couple more. I feel like something about the day, so that could correlate to daylight saving times, but it also daylight savings time. But it also feels like you meet during the day. It's the day for them, but it's the night for you. I just pulled out N and T. So yeah, so O-N-T. U-R-T. Okay, I'm hearing Vox as well. The V and the O. I don't have the X, but I'm hearing Vox. Rabbit as well. One of you could be born in the year of the rabbit, or this year 2023 that I'm filming it is the year of the rabbit as well, so you could meet in this year if you watch this in 2023. That could be farther confirmation for you. I'm seeing rut, so it feels like you two have kind of been in this sort of, it's not stagnant energy because you've been getting things done, you've been you have been moving forward, but the rut of kind of like just the rut of being single. You want that loving relationship, but you want that loving relationship with this specific person. And the two Leos here could correlate to signs, but it also feels like very, very, very heart connected. You two are very generous, very loving, very giving. And you could be the same sun sign, but I also feel like this just speaks to like, oh, my wrist just fucking shattered. I also feel like the important aspects of you both are very, very, very similar in very positive, very compatible ways. I'm hearing true. Yeah, we have true. True, and I'm also hearing trust. We don't have trust, but I'm hearing trust. Let's trust each other. So it feels like that's confirmation that this is a very authentic person. You can take this person as you see them, my darlings. You're a very perceptive person. You have a very good instinct about people, and you feel very much that this person is being very authentic, and you can trust that. You can trust the way you feel about them. I'm hearing don't run away, because I feel like that's something you can do, especially when things are really, really, really good, so good that they get a little intimidating. You can kind of, you know, run away and, you know, miss out on opportunities. And I don't want that for you in this situation, my darlings. You don't want that for you either, because this is such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful connection. I'm hearing Vine as well. I feel like you definitely have the same sense of humor. Absolutely. You two make each other laugh a lot. It's really funny. You get each other's like jokes and references a lot in a way that sometimes I think goes over other people's heads. And it's like, oh, well, like, waste of a good bit. And like, not with each other. We have bit as well. Do it for the bit, baby. There's one more thing they're telling me. One more thing. I'm hearing the name Thomas. I'm hearing David. I'm hearing Daniel. I'm hearing Roy. I'm hearing Rue. I'm hearing I'm seeing Katie, because we have the K's and A-I-A-T-I-E. How do I spell my name? Katie. I'm also hearing Vida, Veronica, Victoria. I'm hearing Naomi as well. I'm also hearing the theme song to Super Mario. So there's definitely an element of video games. There's also something to do with the Super Mario movie coming out, which I just learned. I'm so fucking out of the loop. I just learned that Jack Black is Bowser. I didn't know. I should have known. I love Jack Black. I love Jack Black. Oh, what a good fucking dude. I love Jack Black. To this day, School of Rock is like my number one. If I'm feeling blue or I just need to laugh, it's my feel good movie. I love Jack Black. Anyway, I'm seeing red and blue. Red, blue, and the purple and the bow. So it could be colors that are, especially here, yeah, roses as well. Could be colors that jump out to you about this person. Could be one of your favorite colors. Okay, I'm seeing too good to be true, and then I can hear spirit saying it's not. So you get in your heads a lot, my babies. You overthink a lot, and you're going to have this person reach out to you, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be wonderful, and you don't want to freeze up, my babies. You don't want to freeze up, because it's not too good to be true. It's your wish coming true. Of course it's not too good to be true, my love. It's meant for you. They've found you because you two are drawn to each other. You're pulled into each other. You're meant to find each other. And you deserve this person, and you deserve the love that you'll have with this person, my darling. So don't overthink it. Don't doubt it, my darlings. Is there anything else? Oh my goodness, they give me a shiver and they tell me no. Group number 2, my beautiful darlings. That is fantastic. That is so warm and so lovely. You're going to be dreaming about this person a lot, very vividly and very clearly, 2 to 3 weeks before you connect with them, my darlings. Also, a lot of warmth on the left calf, which, and like left leg, which, correlates to the heart chakra, but also the root chakra. So this person's very grounding you, my darlings, which is very sweet, because it feels like you're going through some pretty stressful things, and you need a lot of grounding, you need a lot of support. And it's kind of like, you know, I'm sorry I can't be there right now to hug you and cuddle you. This person, when you're sitting down and working, they hug you from behind a lot and like kiss your head and kiss your cheek and hold on to you. It's very sweet. I'm sorry I can't be there, you know, right now. I'm on my way. I'm going to be there very soon, but for now, you know, I'm going to ground you and support you and protect you in the way that I can. And that's very lovely, my darlings. But I hope that you enjoyed that, my loves. If you did, please feel free to let me know by leaving a comment. I love to hear from you guys. I love talking to you. If the reading resonated, my energy resonated, please consider subscribing. All of my links for Patreon, that has the extended 18+ readings, as well as exclusive readings, monthly forecasts, and what have you. My Instagram, my Etsy store, and my email for more information on private readings are down in the description box below. I'm really excited for you guys. I'm so happy for you. You deserve this, my loves. And I love you very, very much. Thank you for being here with me. Bye. Hello, my beautiful darling. Group number 3. If you picked this card, at the time I am starting your reading, my loves, it is 11/11. Keep your dreams alive. This is your reading on what wishes are coming true for you in the next 3 weeks, my loves. Infinite blessings. Okay. Ooh, good things here, babies. Good things, babies. I'm feeling off the bat. I feel like in a way, this reading and reading number 2 are connected. If you felt drawn to reading number 2, my darlings, we have Ace of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Wands. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is exciting. This is good. This is exciting. This feels very encouraging. This feels very much, especially with 1111. It feels like spirit really confirming how supportive they are of you and confirming like, yes, baby, just keep going. You're on the right path. And I feel like that is something that you can kind of doubt sometimes. You can kind of hesitate. You can stop. You can, pause. You can question the direction you're meant to be going. You can, sometimes turn back and go back the other way and then be like, oh no, that's not right. And then, have to like go forward again. It feels like spirit is very strongly confirming that you are on the right path, my babies. On the right path, and very good things are coming from it. And I feel like that's an important message to come through because it does feel as though the last couple months have been quite difficult for you, my loves. Been quite it's like, a never-ending amount of winding roads splayed out in front of you, and you're like, well, where do I go? How do I pick? Is this the right one? I can't see, where it leads indefinitely, so how do I know? Yeah. Yes, babies. How do I know I'm going, the right way? So definitely a connection to, one more, please, my loves. To group number 2, my darlings. You've been working really hard lately, my loves. You've been working really hard. You have been better in the last 6 months to a year at taking breaks when you need it. But it's like you have a hard time settling in those breaks. You have a hard time feeling like, your time could not be better utilized while you're taking those breaks. So the breaks are kind of unfulfilling because it's like, well, I should be doing otherwise. And it's like, is a break really a break if all you're doing is thinking about how you shouldn't be on a break? Not a very fulfilling break, my loves. We have optimism, the loving woman, and great achievement. So it does feel as though, my loves, the next 3 weeks, but also the upcoming year after you watch this reading is going to be it's going to be fucking fantastic, my babies. It is going to be fantastic. A lot, not just this one wish coming true, a lot of wishes are coming true. For work as well, I'm seeing there's a lot on the go right now in terms of work. There's a lot shifting and changing and moving and happening. It feels like there's always something that needs to be done. It is very demanding right now, but it does feel as though what you are doing right now in the long run is going to pay off. And I feel like that, my loves, but this is just spirit confirming that because, you've been getting burnt out quite a bit lately, my loves, in a way that, you're really frustrated with, in a way that you're not really happy with. And it does feel as though that's going to ease. What you're going through right now isn't going to be permanent. It's not even going to be much longer. But you are going to see the results and everything come to fruition. The rewards of the work and effort that you've put into what you're doing, my loves, in a really exciting way. And it feels like your passion and creativity are really going to reignite. They have either in the last 1 month or they will in the next 2 weeks to a month. And in the next 3 weeks, my loves, I feel like, one, you're going to make a lot of headway on a project that you're really excited about, really passionate about, but that's kind of been sitting stagnant for a little while. You're going to have, I feel like some of you could be writers because I'm hearing no more writer's block. Like artist block if you've been, stuck on like half-finished pieces or pieces that don't go anywhere and get scrapped, etc., etc. You're going to reignite a passion with that, and you're going to be like a fucking like machine, like putting out the works, my babies. And it also feels like as with group number 2, you are going to have a romantic connection come forward in the next 3 weeks, my loves. Really exciting stuff. It's going to be really eye-opening because it's like, okay, in the next 3 weeks, you're going to see very clearly that the possibilities for where you can go are endless, and it's not going to be in an intimidating way. It's not going to be tangled roads and dark pathways that you're like, I don't know if that's where I'm supposed to go or that's where I'm supposed to go. Instead, it's going to be very much like this energy where it's like looking out into vast openness, and it's like I can decide where I go, and I can go anywhere, and feeling really not just content but extremely happy, my loves. And it feels like this is lovely. The person coming forward, my darlings, could have a dog as well. I don't feel as though it's somebody you know as of yet or have gotten to know very closely yet. You could have like just recently met them, or you're just about to meet them. We have Earth Magic, but they have a dog. We have Let It Go. Yeah, my babies. And we have Into Me I See. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Number 8 is a big number for you, my loves. It could be a favorite number or just a number that you see a lot, or you could be born on the 8th or have 8 in the year that you were born, or if you play sports, it could be your jersey number. So yeah, Earth Magic feels, along with like the Ace of Pentacles, you've been really, really, really grounding yourself, my darlings. You've been really finding sure footing in the last little while. In terms of yourself. It feels like work as well, but it feels like also within yourself. You've also been really subconsciously tapping into your intuition, my darlings, trusting your instincts a lot. Whereas I feel like before you kind of had outside sources be like, no, that's, you know, how do you trust a gut feeling kind of thing? And it's like, well, you just do, right? You trust it because it's a gut feeling for a reason. And so you're trusting that a lot. And I feel like that is part of, you know, what pulls you to the person that I see you connecting with, my darlings, because there is definitely a very strong, very, very strong link to you. I feel like these could be rose petals or cherry blossoms I'm seeing. So I feel like the months of April and May are very significant for this connection. But also cherry blossoms and roses could be confirmation. Also hummingbirds, you two are soulmates. Dragonflies as well, I'm hearing. And it feels like the two of you are going to be each other's first relationship after a long period of being single for very good reason. A long period of being single because, you know, it feels like both of you have had incredibly difficult experiences in terms of romance in the past, experiences that, you know, took a lot of time and effort and attention and work and dedication to move past and to grow from and to heal from. And you know, it hasn't been the right time for either of you. And then now in the last like 1 to 2 years, it feels like you both are very much ready. You're ready for a connection. You're ready for a romantic connection, but you two also have the knowledge and the maturity to know, okay, no, I don't want just any connection. I don't want to just go out anywhere and pick up anyone and, you know, see how it happens. Like, I want the real thing, because you know how that's supposed to feel, because you both are very, 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 you have magician energy, both of you, my darlings. You're very talented manifestors. And you're manifesting each other. You're manifesting your real person. You're manifesting your soulmate connection. You're manifesting somebody who your heart is secure with and who their heart is secure with, in you, my darlings. And no more tribulations and difficulties. 2 of Cups. Holy fuck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords. We have the 2 of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man. And we have the King of Swords. Okay, that's very fucking cool. And then bottom of the deck energy is the Empress, which is fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So it feels like, you're coming out of quite a stressful time, my darlings. Quite a stressful time. It feels like there could have even been like a lot of misunderstandings or conflicts or disagreements that have come up, especially in terms of work. Some of you, personal relationships, friendships, but like, especially in terms of work, and a lot of like conflict that you've had to deal with that you really don't want to, because it takes a lot out of you. And you are a person who you have to resolve things. If things are wrong or bad, or, you know, if there's any kind of element of disruption or discord, you have to correct it. You have to rectify it. You have to make it better. You guys haven't been sleeping well. You've either been not sleeping enough, not getting restful sleeps, or you're sleeping a lot but still feeling very tired. Excuse my wrist for snapping in half just now. Uh, that's an image. Two of Cups, you guys, yeah, you're soulmates, my babies, you're soulmates. And I feel like with the fact that she's coming out of the water and he's on the boat, I do feel as though there's distance between you initially. Also, the water I'm seeing as like a screen, so I do feel as though you meet online, and it's just an immediate, without a doubt, you're my person. You meet in a very, it's total fucking serendipity how you meet. Like it's just, it's not chance, it's fate, it's destiny. It's you two being led to a certain place at a certain time to connect to each other for a certain reason, and the reason is to be together, to find each other. But it is such a beautiful connection, and there's so much instant chemistry and compatibility between you both. This feels like a really beautiful connection because it's like soulmates, best friends, lovers, everything. Like you two are so lovely, so drawn into each other, so pulled into each other. This person is very in their power, as are you, my darlings. And it feels like, interestingly, despite how warm and lovely you both are, you're so gentle and wonderful and silly and funny. It does feel as though people are really intimidated by both of you quite a lot. And the interesting thing is that this person is so... they're not intimidated by you. They're not intimidated by you at all. Instead, they're only so pulled in and drawn in and attracted and invested, and I feel like you're I feel like you're intimidated by this person for some reason, just because they're so... there's something about them. They are so themselves. They're confident. They are sure of themselves. They are unapologetically themselves as well. And that's something that you really admire in them. This person also has a lot of respect around them. A lot of people really respect them. They unconsciously command respect through who they are, how they are, and what they do. And they intimidate you a little bit. This person could also be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They talk a lot for work as well. They're very intelligent, as are you, my darlings. You two communicate really well. Yeah, you really like this person's voice. His little necklace harness thing here, as well. I feel like this person, they have crystals on them. When you see them initially, they could have a crystal bracelet or a ring or a necklace, especially like a, yeah, crystal that pulls you in. Feel like you find this person through what they do for work. Yeah. Something to do with work. And the swords energy always gives me like writing or online work as well. And here with like the air coming out of his mouth, it feels like they talk a lot for work. So something to do online where they talk a lot. But yeah, this person's really in their power. You are so fucking attracted to this person also, by the way. Like you can't ignore them. You can't. You get butterflies in the tummy. You get like, you're a little bit speechless, which like is really not like you and really out of the grounds of comfort. And yeah, you're really pulled in, my babies. Abso-fucking-lutely pulled in. And I feel like ooh, itchiness on my right temple, if that resonates with you, my loves. This person kisses your temple a lot. It feels like this person's very in their Empress energy, as with pile number 2 as well. We got that. This person's very grounded. This person's very intuitive. This person's an excellent manifester. This person I feel like they are their own bosses. They've started their own businesses. They can create from anything. This person has a very close connection to spirit as well. This person's very, 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 very beautiful. Very in their feminine energy, my darlings. And, you know, we all have masculine and feminine, but very in their feminine energy. Very, very creative, very passionate, very, like, everyone around this person feels lighter and more loved by being in their presence. And you as well, my darlings. And it feels like that's kind of part of the intimidation, is like how pulled into this person you are and how much they draw you in. So we have rejoice and celebration, emotional loss, memories of love, and rest and rejuvenation. Okay, so what's interesting is it feels like you're very social, my darlings, and you have a lot of energy around you a lot of the time. You really enjoy the energy of being around people. You enjoy, you know, you love talking to people. You can talk to anybody about anything all the time. You love having, you know, fun with people. You can have fun with anyone. You can connect to anybody very easily. You're very easy to talk to. And it feels like somebody in your community, connects you to this person. Someone in your community. It doesn't feel like a friend. Doesn't feel like a friend, but it does feel as though there's a third party who kind of brings you two together, who, like, you know, introduces you to each other, or like brings your attention to, like, if this, like, that I see this person, you know, talking online and creating something online, doing something online. So this person, this third party, like, shows you what they create or brings your attention to it, or vice versa, and you connect through that. There's a third party that links you two together. Very heart-centered connection, my darlings. This feels like, first of all, this is life cycles, so you two have known each other in lifetimes before. Soulmate connection for certain, my darlings. And you two have really been really been calling out to each other in the last 2 years, especially. You could have had a lot of experiences of heart chakra opening in the last 5 months to a year, especially, my darlings. So that can manifest in, you know, being, you know, moved emotionally very easily, a lot of tears, not just in, like, negative senses, or but just in, like, kind of a release way, being very sentimental, feeling very, you know, feeling the lack of that person with you, in a very strong way. Memories of love, it feels like the month of April is very important for this connection, because I'm seeing the 4 candles. You could also see a candle when you first connect with this person. You guys also were really into candles. I didn't say wax play, but somebody did. And so um one of you could have very witchy energy as well, with the candles especially. I feel like you guys could also be very into, you're so sweet, you're so fantastical, you are so tapped into past lives, my loves. And I feel like it manifests in interest in fantasy and mythology and all of that stuff, because I'm seeing, like, being very interested in, you know, the time period where people, like, wrote love letters and sealed them with wax and, you know, perfume and kissed them and so on and so forth. And it does feel like that kind of, like, passion and romance feels like what is in this connection. Rest and rejuvenation, I feel like this feels like spring to me, because it feels like the trees still don't have, like, all their leaves. So I feel like you're going to connect in spring. Spring is a very important time for this connection. It also feels like through sleep and meditation, you're going to connect to that person a lot. And it feels like right before you two meet, both of you are going to be called to get a lot of rest, and to you know, meditate if that's what you do, to relax, to just take time back for yourselves in a way that I don't think either of you are very good at doing, because it feels like you two are really dedicated, really hardworking people. But it does feel like the rest and rejuvenation is very important. Oh, Jesus. Did I already pull these? I'm pulling them again. Who knew? Who knew? Not me. It does feel as though that rest and rejuvenation is very important. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, we have Strength, we have 2 of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Wands. And okay, I want to pull these. So it feels like this is how this person's gonna show up in your life. It feels like you're coming out of a very stressful, very tiring period, my darlings, and this person just shows up and they are a fucking light, my loves. Like they are the fucking sun. Very, very, very strong person, very protective of you, as we got the energy in pile number 2 as well. Very protective of you. This person's going to bring you out of a phase of kind of stuckness that you've been in and really free you, because there are a lot of elements of your lives, my darlings, that make you feel kind of trapped or restricted or smothered in some ways. And this person really does not let you... They don't let you be bound by anything that's been binding you currently. Be that work, be that, you know, social connections you have, be that family situations you're in, even your own, like, you know, circumstances that you find yourself in. Like they just... anything that makes you feel... oh, my right ear is ringing so loud, my babies. Oh, yes, 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 this is close, this is happening. This is a very, very, very intuitive person. Even situations that like it's just so freeing to not have to go through the things you go through on your own anymore. And this is a person who is very compassionate and very understanding. This person helps you bring a lot of balance into your life, my darlings, in a way that I think you do struggle with sometimes, especially in terms of yourselves, giving back to yourselves, caring for yourselves, nurturing for yourselves. That is something that you struggle to find an even wavelength with, and this person very much helps you reconnect with that, my darlings. Also, your intuition and intuition and spirituality, because this person does feel very strongly spiritual, my loves. It also feels as though the both of you really, really, really inspire each other. You get a lot of ideas from each other. There's something very very exciting, very freeing and very driving with having somebody who is as passionate as you are in so many ways, and who you can bounce ideas and thoughts off of in an authentic way. And another thing I'm hearing is that it feels like there are a lot of people around you who kind of just... I don't know, people kind of suck your ass a little bit, not even in the good way, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's like there are people around you who just tell you what you want to hear a lot of the time. And that's, you know, that would be fine for some, but it's not fine for you, because you're so aware and perceptive that if people aren't being authentic, it drives you nuts and you can't stand it, and it's not something you like. Like, if, you know, because you love discussion and you love sharing ideas, and you're very you're giving me very mercurial energy as well, my darlings, as well as earth energy, as well as air. So it feels like, you know, if you ask somebody their opinion, the people who like work with you or the people around you are going to be like, yeah, no, that's great, that's perfect, that's great. And you're like, well, no, like, what do you think about this? And they're like, yeah, that's great. And you're like, oh, well, I was thinking maybe I could do it this way. And they're like, yeah, no, that's amazing. And you're like, this isn't really a conversation, this is just me talking, and you being like, you know, you being like, yeah. Or you have the opposite, where people just kind of don't even really like hear you and kind of shut you down right away, and that's really aggravating. So this person really pays attention to you, gives an authentic, honest opinion, and you get inspired a lot by this person, my darlings. So we have outer beauty, breathe it in, pace yourself, and gentle with words. Okay, so one of you wears a lot of rings. Gentle with words, quiet expression. It feels like, this is interesting, because it feels like you both can be quite loud. One of you much more so than the other. You guys talk a lot. But there's something, you both have like, I don't know, softer voices or like lower voices. You really like listening to each other talk. It also feels like you guys fall asleep on the phone a lot, so your voices get like lower or even like whispery. Pace yourself. This is happening for sure, my loves. This is happening, but it is going to be something that I feel like something different for the both of you, is that this is something that takes time, and it feels like the distance is in part at play, especially with ship. It feels like, yeah, you have to like cross water to get to each other initially, but it feels like that's almost, I mean, it is difficult and it can be frustrating because you two are so good together, my loves. You're so connected, you're so pulled in that of course you want to be together. But it also feels like that's almost good because you two do have a lot on the go, especially in terms of work, and it's like, it might be too much to juggle having like the other person there all the time and working all the time. Like, it kind of just, for what you're doing right now in terms of work, it works out better to be able to have like a designated time to talk with each other and get to know each other and learn about each other and everything. And then you two do seem to have like the work freedom but also the financial freedom to be able to see each other at whim, which is really, really, really nice. And yeah, I feel like you guys move in together quite quickly because, like, although, it starts off slow, it's like once you two are sure of something, you're very sure of something. To get to that sureness takes a little bit for you. This person's very intuitive, so, and they trust their intuition very, very clearly. So once you're sure, it's like, okay, let's go. But I'm hearing there's no rush, my loves. And I feel like that's something that really makes you feel good, because I feel like you've dealt with a lot of people in the past who have made you feel like you have to rush or have made you feel like you need to give an answer right away and you're like, I don't know. This person doesn't rush you, my darlings. Breathe it in. You both smell really good, I will say, but also I feel like you're going to start when you like are just about to fall asleep or just about to wake up. I feel like you can smell like this person's cologne or perfume or shampoo in a really nice way, in a way that like almost like it like jolts you away because it's like, who's here? And then you connect with this person and that smell is very familiar, and that's a very, very fucking cool thing. I feel like it also happens for them as well. You both love food. You love cooking. You love cooking for each other. A lot of love is explained through food. Like, if you're bombarded with work, and forget to eat, they'll bring you food. If they're bombarded with work, you're like, okay, I'm gonna get us lunch and we're gonna sit down and have lunch and you're gonna have a break and we're gonna eat together. And reconnect. Date nights with food, going to really nice restaurants. I feel like that's something you both really enjoy, is like booking like really, really, really fancy restaurants and getting like really, really dressed up in a really cute way and going on this like very extravagant, almost like you're in a movie kind of date in a really cute way. Very, very, very passionate relationship, my loves. You two cannot keep your hands off of each other. You two are very flirtatious, by the way, also very effortlessly, in a way that the other person can keep up with, which is really, really attractive. And it feels like on your days off when you're together, you two like stay in bed for like 8 hours and you're just together and you're cuddling and you're talking and you're laughing and it's beautiful and wonderful. You're both very creative, very, 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 very driven. It feels like there's always something going on in your lives. So it's really nice to have this really stable, really secure person. I feel like you have just moved into somewhere that's very nice, my darlings, very luxurious, very fancy. And this person makes that fancy place that seems a little bit too big sometimes and a little bit too abundant, very homey. In a way that's really nice. Like, what they add to it just by existing, but also in some other way, is very, very, very homey. You two move in together very quickly as well. You design a house or find like the perfect house for you both. We have the crown chakra, the throat chakra, and inner thighs and intimate space. Okay, so, and then bottom of the deck is heart chakra, my loves, which is lovely. Definitely a very intuitive connection. Definitely very intuitive connection. A lot of communication. You two could, right before you connect, could get like a throat cold. You could lose your voices or just have like a sore throat or have a hard time like clearing your throat or needing to clear your throat a lot. Drinking a lot of tea. I see a lot of tea in this connection. But also truth. Honesty is very important to both of you, and that is something that you have in spades in this connection. A very loving, very heart-centered connection, my darlings. You two are linked at the heart. You feel each other's emotions very, very, very clearly, which can be confusing at first because I feel like that starts even before like you fully connect. So there can be a lot of like really sudden, really confusing emotions that you're like, where is that coming from? It's really intense. How do I deal with it? And you don't really know the source of it. And then you realize that, you know, it's this person. And then inner thighs and intimate space. One, you love, my wrist will not stop cracking. I feel like the lower half of people is something you focus on. You like it thick, you like it juicy. There's nothing wrong with that, my babies. This person's lower half is very nice. Their booty and their thighs specifically as well. But it also feels like, one, this connection is very, very, very safe, very certain, very passionate. My loves, you two are like, whew, the pull. Something that never gets tiring or boring as well. Something that happens quite quickly as well in this connection. And it's always very fun and exciting and inventive. But it's also not the only focus, which I feel like you worry sometimes that you can't have both. Can we see how wild the candle is going right now? Where you're like, okay, yes, that's something really important to me. That's something I really enjoy, really want, but what if like something comes up? What if I'm, you know, not feeling it? Like, will people just see me in this way and only want me to, you know, do that? When like, do I have to compromise and like give that when I don't want to? No, no, no. You two are always on the same page, my darlings. You two are very open and honest with each other and very, very tapped in. And every layer of this connection is so beautifully blended that that's not something you have to worry about, my darlings. Also something that never goes away. I'm hearing that being a fear of yours as well. We have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. And a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. My babies, bottom of the deck is surrender to the divine. My babies, these new moons, there is so much that is starting for you, my loves, in a really, really, really exciting way. You two have let go of everything that no longer serves you, and you're moving forward into something really, really beautiful in a lot of ways. So your hard work is paying off. One, feels like it resonates. Earlier we were talking about work and work going really well, and I know it's difficult right now, my darlings, and I know it's stressful, and I know that it's overwhelming. You're going to see the rewards of that in the next year in a way that you can't even fathom, my darlings. It's going to be so, so, so abundant. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, feels like it resonates with a fear of a good thing, actually, especially in romance. You're going to connect to this person, my loves, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be intense and passionate and beautiful, and you're almost not going to know what to do with yourselves. You're going to know that you don't want to screw it up, but you're going to be a little bit intimidated by it, my darlings. Letting go of that fear. This person is not like anybody you have ever been with before, my loves. And I mean that in only the most positive way. They are everything that you have ever wanted. Communication is key. There's a lot of really beautiful communication in this relationship, my darlings. I'm also hearing spirit telling you to be like perceptive, be aware, because it feels like something to do with Mercury is how you connect with this person. So somebody could write about them, comment about them, or somebody could send you a message about them. It's internet based, but it is also Mercury based, my darling. So being aware of that and trusting your intuition. If you feel pulled to something, to go for it. This also feels like your energy and their energy, my darlings, whereas their eyes are open because they're very intuitive, and yours are closed where it's more internal, it's more intuitive based. So they feel more aware of you at the present, my darlings, whereas you are more intuitively aware of them, and then will become more physically aware of them, my darlings. And a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Feels like both of you are being called right now, especially. First of all, spring with this feels like a very important time for your relationship. Also fall, like the end of summer into fall. But this feels like what both of you want to give each other. So I feel like both of you are so connected because this person is so close to coming into your life, my darlings, that it's like, okay, I know you're going through some stuff. Be gentle with yourself. Care for you in the way that I'm going to care for you, because I can't be with you right now, although I will be very soon. So when you feel called to to give to yourself, my darlings, when you feel called to be gentle with yourselves, when you feel called to be kind to yourselves, when you feel called to rest, to relax, to give back to yourself, really follow that call. One, because you're worthy of that, and two, that is your soulmate encouraging you to do so, my darlings, and you are doing the same for them subconsciously, which is really, really beautiful. All right, my loves, let's pull some charms and letters. And we will see what we get. Oh my goodness. There we go. So many shapes. Boop. There we go. Okay. That was a lot of cards. Whew. Okay. Suction. Hee hee hee. I was just about to make the most decrepit joke. And honestly, I'm really proud of myself for holding it in. And I think you guys should be proud of me as well. Okay, my loves. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We have this thing. We have a snowflake. We have forever. Oh, that's really, really nice. We have live your dream and keep your dreams alive. Confirmation, my babies. Confirmation, my babies, that you have never, ever, ever wanted too much. You have never wanted more than you are worthy of having, my darlings. And to hold on to those dreams, because those dreams are really, oh, excuse you, are really, really helping call your person forward, my loves. We have this big star, looks like a wishing star. We have a pink cat. We have a key. We have Gemini. So one of you for sure is a Gemini or has very strong Gemini in their chart, or strong Mercury, or Gemini traits. Okay. The mermaid feels like it resonates with the Two of Cups card we got, where it was the mermaid coming up to meet the guy in the boat. And it feels like this person has like an element of something about them is very fantastical. Something about them is really, really, really dreamy. Like it's almost like they don't feel like they belong in this world. One, you feel so pulled into them, so drawn into them. We have dream again. Holy shit. But two, it also feels like one, you want to really, really protect them, but two, there's just something where they're so fantastical. They're so fantastical. It's like, you are so ethereal to me. You're so better than anything that I've ever known to exist in this physical world. And that's what this person feels like. And that's fucking incredible, my loves. So we have two snowflakes, which one feels like one of you is from a place that snows quite a bit. It's quite cold. But two, it feels like it's just two, like these two individuals, you and this person, very unique, very much your own people, but landing together on like the same kind of sleeve, you know? And like, it's like, okay, against all odds, against everything else, we have found each other, we have come together, and we're together now, and that's fate, and that's destiny, my babies. And I feel like that's something you really believe in. Another star, so it feels like over the next 3 weeks, every week you're going to get confirmation of a wish of yours coming true, my darlings. But also, this is giving me yin and yang energy, which is telling me that both of you are really embodying the masculine and feminine energies, my darlings, and just, yeah, completing each other in that way. We have a K, so one of your names could start with a K. We have a lot of green here. This is also, I believe, a cherry blossom. So again, spring, April and May specifically. Cherry blossoms could also be a signifier when you're close to this person, or when you find this person. Feathers as well, my darlings. But also with the green here, that's jumping up at me for heart chakra energy. One of you really likes jewelry, and I feel like the person who really likes jewelry, the other person really likes buying them jewelry. But also the other person feels like they like jewelry, but they don't really know like what jewelry to wear, what looks good on them. It feels like the person who really likes jewelry is very good at giving this other person jewelry for gifts that they really like. Forever, you two are Lifetime, my babies. We have dream, live your dream, keep your dreams alive. What you dream and visualize, my loves, you will always have. You will always obtain. There is nothing out of reach for you. You have a fantastic ability to manifest, to call in what you are worthy of and what you are deserving of, or even better. And you are going to connect with this person a lot in dreams. The key here, my loves, feels like the two of you, there's no one else for the two of you. Nobody else. There is one key and one lock, and that is you and this person, and that is what fits, and that is what will be, and that is what you two want and what you are worthy of. And you would not ask for more or for different, because you have everything in each other. It's a very, very, very fulfilling, very safe, very, very stable partnership. It's really beautiful. You are so attracted to this person. So attracted. This person drives you bananas with how attracted you are to this person, on every level. Physical, soul deep, everything, my loves. This person drives you. You can't get them out of your head. A very dreamy person. Really, really, really. They really just... my babies. Oh, the way you think about this person. And we have you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. So that is one, fucking adorable. Two, it feels like you are in your emperor or sun energy, my darlings. Your masculine energy. And it feels like, I feel like you guys could live in like a cloudy place, a place that's dark a lot of the time, and it feels like this person is the literal fucking sun to you. They are warm, and they give you vitality, and they give you healing and nourishment and life and passion and warmth. And you're healed and fulfilled by just being with this person. This person radiates light, not just to you, to everybody, but especially to you. And you fucking love them, my babies. You love them. The two of you could also sing each other to sleep, or sing, like, I can see, oh, my right ear is ringing really loud. Okay, confirmation. Woo! Or when you are like feeling upset, and you just want to be held. You talked it through. You're tired. You're spent. This person holds you and sings to you, and I can see them brushing their fingers through your hair, like massaging your scalp. Especially, my wrist won't stop cracking, which is very, very cute. Okay, my loves, let us pull some letters. I really, really love this connection. Really, really, really. It's really fucking sweet. Okay. Oops. Oh my god. So many fucking jars everywhere. Okay, so we have, excuse me. We have T O. I'm hearing Thomas. I'm hearing Taha. I'm hearing Tonsa. Tons. Tons. I love you, tons. A bushel and a peck. VA. One of you could be a voice actor, or you make your money through speaking, through using your voice. DG. One of you has a dog. We got that earlier. I feel like it's this person, and I feel like you guys really, really, really want a dog, or are just about to get a dog. IPO. Hello. VA. S and R. Okay, so for some reason I'm hearing Vox again. VOX. We don't have an X, but VOX, which is voice in Latin, and I heard that as well in pile number 2, which would make sense considering we're getting a lot of messages about voices. You two call each other quite quickly after first like meeting. You send some messages, and then it's like, can I call you? And it's like, yes. And you guys talk for like literally fucking 7 hours. It's really, 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 really sweet. I'm hearing Singapore. I'm hearing London. I'm hearing Canada. I'm hearing Nova Scotia. I'm hearing Poland. I'm hearing Sir. And I feel like, yeah, one of you could be referred to as Sir where you work, but it also could be something that's more directed towards physical intimacy, is something, power dynamics. This isn't Patreon, we can't talk about that here. Gavin, Daniel, David. I'm hearing pepper in French as well. So some of you could really like, one of you could really, I feel like both of you actually really love cooking, but one of you could really like cooking and really, really, really heavily season your food. One of you could also really like heat and spice in your food. I understand. Stone, 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 stone. What is stone? Stone, stone, stone. I think, I don't know if it's, I only know for certain that in England, stone is like a weight measurement, or it used to be. I don't know if that's somewhere else, so one of you could be from England. I also feel like one of you wants a tattoo, something like reptilian, like a snake or a dragon or like a viper specifically, or yeah, something like fantastical but like reptilian-ish. Like quite a big one as well. I'm hearing sleeve, also back. That's hot, baby. Is there anything else? Oh, they give me a shiver and they tell me no. All right, group number 3, my beautiful darlings. I hope that you enjoyed that. That is a really, really, really beautiful connection. That's really very sweet. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to talk to you. All of my, no, I skipped one. I keep skipping it. If the reading resonated, my energy resonated, please consider subscribing. All of my links for Patreon that has the extended 18 plus readings, as well as extended 18 plus exclusive readings and monthly forecasts, as well as my Instagram, my Etsy store, and my email for more information on private readings is down below in the description box. Thank you so much for being here with me, my loves. I'm really happy for you. Really, really, really amazing things are coming your way because you're fully deserving of them, my darlings, and it's really exciting. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I love you very, very much. Bye. Hello, 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 my beautiful darling group number 4. Last but not least, my loves, if you picked Be Your Best Self Always, this is your reading for what dreams are coming true for you in the next 3 weeks. Make a wish. Ah, that's cute. That is cute. That is cute. That is cute. Oh, my babies. My babies. Okay, we have Ace of Cups and we have the Four of Cups. Okay, very sweet. Very, very sweet. You guys are so gentle and humble. It's like you came into this reading with like, I'm not even sure what exactly I've asked for, if anything, but like tell me what's coming true because I don't really know. And it's almost like you don't give yourselves the permission to wish or to want or to ask, which on the one hand, like you're very content with following the flow of you know, life where it takes you and going forward in that way, and accepting of that, and very, you find a lot of freedom in just existing, and you're very go with the flow. And I feel like that's something that you've had to work to be, because I feel like that hasn't always been the way that you are, my darlings. A lot of water sign energy here, a lot of air as well, and a little bit of earth. And it feels like yeah, you're like, I don't know specifically what I'm supposed to be asking for, but I would like to know what's coming my way. And you feel kind of bad because I feel like you've kind of been not discontent, but just kind of, you're ready for things to sort of shift and change, and you're ready for more, because you've kind of been a little bit bored with how things have been going well and things have been good, and so you feel bad for, you know, you're very grateful, but you feel bad because you're like, okay, but like, when does the movement come? Like, when are we shifting again? Which is funny because I feel like at a certain point, that's something that, you know, you never would have seen yourself asking, because you know, shifting and changing can sometimes, bottom of the deck, great gratitude, my loves, can sometimes be uncomfortable and sometimes be daunting. And so to find yourself where you're like, okay, no, I'm ready for the next thing, where is it? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, my loves. 7s are big numbers for you, my darlings. It feels as though some of you could be finding out that your family is expanding. Some of you could find out that you're welcoming children into the world. Some of you could be, you or your partners could be giving birth. Some of you could have like a family member or a very close friend. You could have them welcoming a baby or letting you know that they're pregnant very soon. It definitely feels like there's very like jovial, playful energy around. A lot of expansion as well. And I feel like in the next 3 weeks also you're going to see with clarity that you're not stuck so much as you are just so good at being in the flow of energy that, you know, the change doesn't need to be swift and chaotic and abrupt and uncomfortable. Meandering pathway flow. Thank you for the confirmation, my loves. Daffodil Fairy, new beginnings. Yeah. And Crystal Cave Trust. Okay, beautiful. So things are definitely changing, my loves. Things are definitely shifting just in a way that, you know, you don't need to be fully aware of, if that makes sense, my darlings. Like, you don't need to be, you know, you don't need to watch the kind of unfolding of things coming your way. You can receive, you know, nice gifts when they just land in your lap, and there you go. And so to enjoy the present moment fully, and to enjoy, you know, the time between the gifts and the blessings and everything else fully, and to make it in its own way, its own gift and blessing. We have the moon. You are my intuitive babies. We have the Four of Wands. That's beautiful. Another full moon. And then we have the Hierophant. Okay, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. So for those of you who are in a romantic connection, bottom of the deck energy is the Star. A lot of wishes coming true, my loves. Those of you who are in a romantic connection, that is going to, I feel like, advance a level. So for those of you who are, you know, talking to somebody, kind of casually dating, you could get into a, you know, a solidified relationship. You could get engaged. You could be getting married. Or you just have like a lot more time to dedicate to having like deep, impactful conversation and connection with this person that you care very much about, my darlings. It also feels like, excuse me, my loves. I feel like what you have, there's something that you've been manifesting, for quite a while. I feel like a lot of you have manifestation journals as well, or you write down like when you know, pull some cards for yourselves, so on and so forth. But what you've been manifesting for so long that you've almost kind of like forgotten about. I feel like that is something you're going to see come to fruition in the next 3 weeks, my loves. And it feels like it's the perfect time, but it has, you know, been a long time, which I feel like is maybe why it's not restless. It's just kind of bored. And I feel like Spirit's being like, no, 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 you're doing great. Like, just keep going with the flow, keep following the flow of things. Don't doubt the process, etc., etc. Like, just keep enjoying this moment fully, and then wha-bam, this thing you've been manifesting for so long that you can't even remember manifesting it. There is so much confirmation in this reading, is going to end up in your lap. So we have fulfillment of wishes, triumphant success, and light, which is the sun, abundance. My babies. My babies. Goodness me. Goodness me. The connection that you have with Spirit, my darlings, is absolutely fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. Those of you who have been worried about your financial situation as well, I feel like that's going to improve a lot in the next 3 weeks to a month. So those of you who are waiting to hear back from a job, I feel like you're going to hear back from them. Those of you who are waiting to hear back, I feel like you've applied for promotions or raises as well. You're going to hear back from them in a positive way. Some of you could also be winning like a raffle or a, you know, a bit of a lottery. And yeah, that feels really, it feels like that's really relaxing, because it's like, okay, now I don't have to worry about that thing. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. A fiery climax approaches. Oh my goodness. And look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. I'd like to pull one more, actually. I want to pull, am I pulling this? Okay, I'll pull this. The answers you need are coming. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I definitely feel like some of you could also be wanting to hear from somebody. You could have, you know, reached out to somebody, sent them a message, or yeah, put yourself out there in some way and you're waiting to hear back from them. I feel like in the next 3 weeks, you're going to be hearing back from them as well. You're going to have a lot of luck in the next 3 weeks, especially, my darlings, like a lot of all around luck. Like things are just going to go in all ways really, 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 really well for you in a way that you're not going to miss. Like even in, you know, small, but really, really, really wonderful ways, like going to, you know, at lunch rush hour, going to a cafe and, you know, being a little bit late. And so like almost everything is sold out, but your favorite sandwich, they have one left. And, you know, you being able to get it, like just a lot of like little wonderful wins and then some like bigger wonderful wins, like just a lot of luck and abundance and spirit being so close and clear in how they're watching over you, my loves. It's really, really lovely. We have slow and steady, look, outer beauty and ego, and consumed and infatuated. Okay, yeah. So I don't know what is happening outside. It's noisy. I'm sorry if the microphone picks that up. It feels like, okay. There is an element of romance here. There is an element of, you know, wanting to grow a connection with somebody. And I do feel as though for those of you who have that romantic connection, that is going to happen. But I do feel as though it's, again, very languid. And I feel like maybe that's where the kind of discontentment could come from as well, because it can be difficult to want to see results. And again, you are people who are very go with the flow, but you know, it feels like the person you're connecting to can sometimes be a bit hard to read, which you're not used to because you're so intuitive. And so you, you know, you kind of want more answers, but you don't want to push this person, and you don't need to push them, my loves. You'll have the answers in time. There is so much call for you to just, you know, just exist in the moment and enjoy the moment more fully. We have back, we have chest, and we have inner thighs and intimate space. I'm hearing some of you could have, bottom of the deck is third eye chakra. You're very intuitive, my babies. Yeah. Some of you could have recently come out of a dry spell that went on for quite a bit. I feel like some of you could have also just spent a pretty penny at a spiritual shop. On like, some of you got like a crystal ball, some of you just got crystals, new divination tools, and you kind of feel bad for it. And like, don't feel bad for it, my darlings. You're going to utilize it. You bought it. It's done. It made you happy. You wanted it. So it's fine, my darlings. The money will come back to you. Don't worry about it, my loves. Pyrite as well is a very, very good crystal for you to have, my darlings. If you could have recently bought pyrite or citrine, or I'm hearing kunzite, and I'm hearing fluorite and green aventurine. Or you could be drawn to those. I feel like also you're going to see, not only are you going to have a lot of luck in the next 3 weeks, but you're also going to kind of get outward confirmations of what you've been working towards, and you know, things that you've been putting effort into, that you kind of, because it's hard to constantly give ourselves validation, you know, my darlings. It's a wonderful thing to do and we should do it and it's important, but it is difficult to receive that validation from ourselves fully 100% of the time. So it does feel as though you are going to have a lot of outward validation of what you've been working towards, how hard you've been working at work. You could have recently, you know, moved into a new place, gotten a new place. You could have redecorated. You could have gotten a new car. You could be working on your physicality in some kind of way, or your appearance in some kind of way, and you are going to get outward recognition of that. That allows you to then have confirmation and validating yourselves, my darlings, in a really, really, really lovely way. Some of you could also be going on a trip or booking a trip in the next 3 weeks as well. Somewhere very historical, somewhere with a lot of water surrounding it, a lot of history, a lot of very old buildings, a lot of stone. You could also be visiting a romantic person there, and that's very, 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 very lovely. Okay, my loves, let's pull some... Let's pull... What are we pulling? We are going to pull some charms and letters and see what messages we get through there. I feel a lot of fullness in my right ear. It feels like for those of you who have clairaudience, you get a lot of messages in your right ear. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Fucking vacuum seal on that is crazy. Ooh, a lot of charms in this one. Yeah, you guys, you get a lot of confirmations, my darlings. Butterflies are very big signs for you. We have the letter Z. We have this thing, which to me right now is looking like a butterfly, but also like a dragonfly. I love you to the moon and back. Lipstick. T-shirt. Constellation. Fearless. Saturn. Capricorn. That's Capricorn, right? Yeah, that's Capricorn. I know what I'm talking about. Is that Capricorn? I feel like that's Capricorn. That's Capricorn. I know what I'm doing. We have, what the fuck are you? You are, oh, a cheetah. We have another candle. So you guys are definitely giving me some witchy vibes, definitely utilizing your divination techniques. We have a K. Boop. We're getting a lot of K's today. Hi. We have a U. We have this pink flowery cross thing. We have this triangle. We have another star. We have a palm tree, so you could be from a place where there are palm trees, or you could be booking a vacation in a place with palm trees. We have an N. We have Scorpio. We have this beautiful key with a crown on it. Ho, 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 ho. We have a cat. We have Scorpio again. Okay, 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 okay. We have... we have me. I'm struggling. We have this cute little bunny. We have a rocking horse. Okay, so children are definitely either spiritually or in the physical. Children are definitely an aspect of the next 3 weeks, my darling. Some of you could work with children as well. We have these two little fun clouds, and then we have the letter B. Jesus Christ. Letter. Oh no! What is happening? It got me. That was like being in a horror movie. That was terrifying. And then we have this cherry blossom. So it feels like you're definitely putting more affection and attention into yourselves, my darlings. What makes you feel good and nice and everything. Love you to the moon and back. There is definitely a lot of affection surrounding you, my darling. Somebody could also be telling you that they love you in the next 3 weeks. You could be telling somebody you love them. Very deeply intuitive energy, my darlings. Very deeply intuitive. Butterflies feel like big signs for you, as well as rabbits and cats. You could really resonate with cats and cheetahs or jaguars in particular, my darlings. You could also see them in dreams and meditations. You receive a lot of intuition through your dreams, my loves. So getting a dream journal, if you don't already have one, would do you really well, my darlings. I'm hearing spirit say to ground yourself a lot in the next 3 weeks, especially because to receive so much in abundance is wonderful, but it is important to keep yourselves grounded, my darlings, especially so you don't kind of doubt how wonderful the gifts you're receiving are. You don't doubt that they're for you. You don't doubt that you're meant to have them and that kind of thing. I feel like some of you could be in your Saturn return in this year, or heading in. You could have your birthday in the next 3 weeks, and that could be the year of your Saturn return. We have fearless and blessed, so you're definitely... There's a lot of confirmation in this reading, my darlings, that you are getting a lot that you are meant to have, and to be willing to accept it, because you're very worthy of it. You would not be getting it if you weren't worthy of it, my darlings. It feels like you're heading into a really exciting new phase of your life as well. And it feels like the following December and January after this reading are, ha ha, after this reading are going to be really, really, really impactful for you, my darlings. Really impactful of a lot of wonderful change and the continued new change that is coming your way as well, my darlings. And the next 3 weeks is a really good time for a lot of really wonderful connections to come forward, my loves. Oh God, sorry, my neighbor. Something else for him to yell at me about. What is she banging against my wall in the middle of the day? I'm sorry, sir. Forgive me. We have RVG. Sorry. RVGE. O. Boop. E. I keep hearing eagle as well. Somebody could have an eagle tattoo or really resonate with the eagle. PEL SG. I'm hearing the name Sean. I'm hearing the name Gail. I'm also hearing pie. Somebody could be really good at making pie, or somebody could just really like pie, or somebody could be eating pie, or you could go on a date and eat pie, or somebody. I'm not gonna make that joke. It's important to be self-aware enough for me to realize when I have to hold back, and not often does that happen, but it is important. I'm also hearing the sea. You could be going on vacation near the sea. You could also be going on a cruise, like on the sea, like your vacation could take place on the sea. I'm hearing geo or geographic, so it definitely feels like in the next 3 weeks you're traveling somewhere different, either permanently, either you're moving somewhere different, or you are visiting someone somewhere different, or you're just going on vacation somewhere different. And it feels like that really opens the gateway for a lot of holidays, because you find a lot of peace in traveling and being somewhere different. The renewed energy, you know, it kind of helps settle your own energy where you are, where you live, my darlings, in a very, very, very exciting way. I'm also hearing seal, like the animal seal. Arr, arr, arr. You could go somewhere where they have seals. You could see a seal, or you could just resonate with seal. I'm also hearing some of you have eyes like seals, like really big, really sparkly, really shiny eyes. Some of you could be spending some nice coin on a really nice outfit for either a date or for your vacation, or just because you want to. Something that you've like wanted for a while, something that you feel really good in. Go for it, my babies. Go for it. If you can afford it, the money will come back to you, my loves. Don't even worry about it. Or if not, then save up for it in a little bit. And after a little bit, you can get it, my loves, but it'll make you feel really nice. A lot of renewal energy in this group, my darlings. The next 3 weeks feels like you're going to be in a total new phase, like it's like your own personal new year kind of a thing. Unless you're watching this and in 3 weeks it is New Year, then haha, there you go. But either or. I'm hearing pair, like a pair of people, PAIR. So definitely some really, really, really strong, really good connections strengthening or coming forward in the next 3 weeks, my loves. Also something about pearls. Somebody could buy you pearls. You could buy somebody pearls, or you could be gifted some pearls, or you could have been gifted like from an ancestor, from a loved one, pearls, and that's coming through as confirmation. I'm also hearing, for those of you that resonate with that as a gift from somebody, to cleanse it, just, you know, to get the stagnant energy out of there. You're not going to cleanse the energy of that person. You can't do that, my loves. That's not how cleansing works. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't remove what you want to stay, kind of a thing. I feel like some of you really need new shoes as well, especially those of you that either, you know, work out a lot, or like walk around at work a lot, and you really need new shoes, and you're kind of putting that off, but you need new shoes, my babies. Get new shoes. Get new shoes. You need those new shoes. Is there anything else, my loves? Oh my goodness, they give me a shiver and they tell me no. Group number 4, my beautiful darlings. That is so exciting. That is so exciting. The amount of confirmations that came through for you, my babies. Spirit being like, yes. It was like we're in the fucking audience at the Oprah show. Spirit was like, and you get this, and you get this, and you get this, but it was all you. You're the only one in the audience. And it was amazing. It was so fucking cool. I hope that you enjoyed that, my babies. If you did, please feel free to let me know by leaving a comment. I would love to talk to you. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed the reading, my energy resonated, and the reading resonated, please feel free to subscribe. All of my links for Patreon with the extended 18+ readings, as well as exclusive readings and monthly forecasts, my Instagram, my Etsy store, and my email for more information on private readings are down in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here with me, my loves. I love you very, very much, and I'm very excited for you. Bye.